Yo, what is up, everyone? Everything is all good. My name is Rednu. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's stream. We are here. What is up? Shock Ninja, Lake, Shine, Gabacha, Jennifer, Weird Fly, Winnie, Wine Winnie Wins, Meow, Amuri-chan, Prodish. How are you guys doing? How is everyone? Versus Roar, Gift Bearer, Nucky, Dud Blue, Finn Jamin, Athivist, Samu, Zaki. Hello, Jennifer and Gabacha. Hello, everyone. How is everyone? How is everyone's marvelous Sunday time? It is marvelous Sunday time. That means it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, ain't it? It's the 20th of January. We got some Christmas OGURI runs to grind out. And I don't know, man. I'm wondering if we should do reacts. Good and Burnout for the test event. Oh, yeah? Wait, is the test event that much, like, of a grind? Why it's, like... What's up with the test event? Every day is Marvelous Sunday time. That's true. Every time is Marvelous Sunday time. Absolutely, absolutely. But yes, how are y'all doing? How is everyone? How is everyone? Crazy, absolutely crazy. Yo, Darwin, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you for the 4 months. Almost half a year. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. We gotta do a should you pull, right? I think we gotta do a should you pull today. Should you pull for Tamamo Cross? Let's take a look here. GameTora.com/umamusume. When is Tamamo Cross coming out? Tamamo Cross coming out on the 22nd. It's a great time to do a should you pull. It's a great time to do a should you pull. Yes. Remember, we will get free pulls. Yes, we will get free pulls. We get like around 50, right? Are you sure that's for the Uma though, not the like support card? Like Nice Nature? Or what is it? What is it exactly? I'm completely burned out on Uma. I didn't even MLB the event card. You know what we should do today as well? We should set up. I'm gonna put it here on the stream agenda. Set up Uma Variety Day. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that today, so that we could set up a date, so that we could just speed run and not speed run, but just do a bunch of other Uma games. Okay, other Uma games, other horse racing games. You know. Because, like, yeah, I feel like you know, with umamusume, until we get like maybe evolved skills, right? Maybe in the next CM, I think I feel like it's just long CMs. Is it not? Playing League variety, no. I mean, do you guys? I mean, like, I'm down. I guess I'm down. I don't know. I don't know if I'm down. Because, like, I need viewership to be good in order for me to get sponsors and everything. And it's just like, it's whatever, you know, for League. Maybe if I go on alt or something, that should be fine. But, yeah, next CM is Sprint. Is it? Next CM is Sprint. Next CM is Sprint. That's a lot easier than, like, a long CM. Winning Derby stream. Winning, no. Winning Derby as in, like, Winby, right? The AI game? Nah. Well, that could be funny, actually. That could be funny. I definitely think on the 22nd, I think I want to play. Am I like really low or something? I'm like, hold up. I want to play Arknight's Enfield. I want to try that. Does anyone else want to try like Arknight's Enfield? I want to see play Marvelous Rivals. You guys want to see me play Marvel Rivals? I haven't played Deadpool yet. But apparently I heard it was good. Did you get any Arknight sponsor offers? Nah, I didn't. I have gotten nothing from Arknights. I don't know. It is what it is, but it's fine. You know, that means that when I do play Arknights, I'll try and grind it out and just see like how much gameplay there is in day one. And I'll just give like my first impressions. I think that could be fun, right? I think that could be kind of cool. Especially since like Xenosun Zero, I haven't been playing it too much. But I don't know. Maybe we could just like, let me take a look at the reacts that we got. I think the reacts, it might have to be like every other thing, but oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. There's some funny reacts here. Gotcha war. There's a gotcha war? Okay. All right, we could take a look at that. We'll see what else we can figure out. Arknight's Enfield gotcha. Oh, okay. Cool. I will keep that. I will definitely keep that. You know what? I'm actually going to copy and paste that too. Volves, what up? They give it a... Whoa. They give it a 6 months, half a year? Half a year, bro? Thank you so much. Oh my god, the to-do list. I have not done the to-do list. Okay. This is Arknight's Enfield gotcha. Let's try and take a look here. We're doing some reacts right now. Boom. Ooh, this looks kind of neat. Okay. All right. Hell yeah. We'll probably take a look at that. Rice Shower ABC time. Hello there. Can you react to this clip? What is this? You're not. Yep. It's not even autoplay. If it was autoplay, that would have been better. Good one. I love building sprinters and mile runners. Look, Rednu, I just like Unk Rednu. 35? No, not 35, bro. That's not, there's nothing. Me and 35 have nothing in common, okay? Me and 35 have nothing in common. Interested in Azure Premilia? A little bit. It's okay. It looks okay. It looks alright. Some character designs are really nice. Some character designs are, whatever. I'm not also, like, super excited about, like, Pow World Gacha. I don't know how that's supposed to actually play or feel like. What up, Edgy? How you doing? Uma Run, where you use a randomizer for cards and stats you have to aim for, could be fun. That could be fun. We'll set up a variety day. But let's take a look. We'll do some reacts here and there. I think we'll do it for like maybe an hour. Cut it down from like 2 hours, right? Let's see what it is. Let's see what we got. Obey your master. Is that you? Yo, versus Roar. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you. Yes. We've seen this clip like a million times already, but thank you. The Art of Gotcha War. What is this? Is this Mr. Pokey? Oh, this is Mr. Pokey's video. Guys, this is Uma Pokey. This is his other channel where he plays Honkai Star Rail, and now I guess he's covering a lot of gotcha stuff. Let's take a look. 20 minutes? Okay, better be good. Okay, Explaining how gacha wars are made by Mr. Pokey. Let's take a look. Well, well, well. Gacha war. Yo, why can't we get these type of edits, Squeeze?
All right, guys.
Just kidding.
So for today's video, we have something very, very special today on another episode in Pokey's Classroom. Now,
we'll see how interesting this is. We might bail out. Who knows?
Poros, W Emo by Roxy. We're gonna be using Poros as our mascot for all of our little Pokey's Classroom slides going forward. So if you guys like to use this kind of emotes, hop onto our stream at twitch.tv. All right, then I'll see you guys there. But yes, today's topic
they look like
is
Doros.
going to be the art of gacha war. Now, this is gonna be essentially one of the inference from something that you call the art of war by Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu Bing Fa.
Sun Tzu.
Now, Mr. Pokey, in his infinite wisdom, with the buff of Professor Pokey, has decided to translate the art of gacha war as a means to combat this phenomenon that has been happening for the past couple of months.
Speaking like
I'm sure you guys, by the time you guys watch this video, you have seen a couple of other videos like this. If you know, you know. So there are basically two ways to go about this. I mean, technically there was a third way, which is do nothing. But clearly, after almost one entire year of doing nothing, it ain't gonna work. So option A is to violence solves everything.
Violence solves everything. Got it.
But unfortunately, Mr. Pokey does not believe in violence. So the
I don't know where we're at right now.
To combat violence, to combat gacha war, is with love, right? With the power of love, friendship, education, and a touch of poetic writing. This is gonna be the topic we are addressing today. So without further ado, after you finish this video, you would understand exactly how to be a gacha warrior. Picture this scenario. You have been playing your gacha game for a very, very long time.
Same tone to us.
Alas,
at
the end of everything, there's always gonna be warriors, tribalists, hating on any medium that you seek to enjoy. So you might ask yourself this, right? Why does this phenomenon happen? Why is it that
you know what's more interesting, I think? You need green screen for Squeeze to do this. I do need a green screen. I'm gonna get a green screen, okay? As soon as I move, which will probably be never because we keep pulling for characters. You know what I need? Or wait. Fuck, dude, I missed my point. Hold on.
No matter how many times.
Oh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that with Umamusume, like, Umamusume is clearly a gacha game, but there's just no sort of comparison. There's no sort of like tribalism I mean, there is, but it's just like, there's no comparison between Umamusume and like Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zero or Arknight's Enfield, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. Like, nobody cares to compare any of them, even though Umamusume, at least in terms of like mainstream broad appeal, probably like eclipses all of them, right? It's kind of crazy. It's pretty funny. I think it's because the genre is the same, right? At this point, we have like a subgenre in the gacha sort of space known as the Hoyo-like, right? Or the Genshin-like, right? Which is absolutely Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zero, Arknight's Enfield, even Honkai Star Rail, right? Like, to a lesser extent. Obviously, Honkai Star Rail is a turn-based RPG, but they're all character, collector, you know, gacha, gotta catch 'em all, waifu collector games, right? Character RPG, build up, keep you on the treadmill of grinding the characters, right? That's pretty much all these games in a nutshell.
You want to go ahead into a gacha game, a community, right? Maybe you want to learn about a game, the story or lore. There always seem to be some kind of resistance and pushback because your game is probably bad because you're playing XYZ game.
Nah, my game's good. My game's the best.
ABC game is probably going to be ending of service.
Because Uma isn't an RPG, it's a different genre. I mean, it is an RPG. There are characters. there's a stat sheet, and basically you build it up, but it's fundamentally different. It is absolutely fundamentally different. What is totally divorced from like umamusume from the other games is that there's no strong sort of incentive in terms of team building, right? Because team building or building a team isn't like the core main game mode, right? So you're not. It's a lot different in terms of how the gacha interacts with the player base, as opposed to these games, right? Again, when you take a look at like, let's say Evelyn, let's say you really like Evelyn from Xenosun Zero, you also need to consider like, okay, well, who's gonna go on Evelyn's team? Even if I like Evelyn, like I need a role for people who are good with Evelyn, like Lighter, like Astra Yao, etc. But with umamusume, it's like, oh, Tama Cross is out. Let's go, you know? Let's just roll for Tama Cross, and then like we'll wait for something else. Is a roguelike racing sim? It is. But I mean, any of these all these games, as long as you're controlling a character who plays a role, they have a stat sheet, right? It is a RPG at the end of the day. It's just different. It is a different RPG. And like, okay, we're on the same page. We're all sort of on the same track in that it is a different game than these games, for sure.
This gacha system is really, really bad. Power creep is going out of hand. HP inflation. And I'm pretty sure you have heard this a lot of times. So the reason why these arguments, these pointers being brought up, is because of these things called fallacies. And my objective today is to simply illustrate 5 common fallacies that you can use as a gacha warrior to destroy your enemies who dares to oppose your path, because your gacha game is the greatest gacha game of all time.
True.
So, fallacy number 1.
I need to pay attention to this.
Context. Before we jump into fallacy number 1, context. So here is the context of essentially why we're talking about it just today. As you guys would have seen probably from YouTube, from Twitter, from your local communities, from wherever it's gonna be, especially regarding art nights and
at Grog, what is a TLDR?
Field gacha. So what essentially happened is Professor Pokey did a very similar sort of video for both this current main channel of mine, as well as for my alternative guide channel, Pokecorp, explaining the gacha system. Right? I point out how the gacha system works, which scenarios would benefit the players the most, and how at the end, like one of the very first things I talk about in that video is that the only thing that matters is pool income. As long as you have enough pool income, all these things doesn't really fall into place.
I feel like I need to watch. I feel like this is the 3rd movie in the trilogy, and I need to watch the first 2 in order to understand what's going on. Because, like, long story short, like, there's Arknight's Enfield drama. The gacha system is dramatically different from the Hoyo slop, Hoyo likes, Genshin likes, right? And so a lot of people are not excited about this. In fact, some people might even be upset about this, right? And there's people defending it, there's people attacking it, say, why is it like this, right? That's like the broad context from what I understand. How does it work? Okay, that's a good question. How does it work? Good thing I pulled this up. Let's take a look. Arknight's Enfield Gacha. We have a link from my boy Narushio, NaruVT0. Totally not a person cosplaying as official Wuthering Waves content or like news creator or whatever, right? Blocked me a long time ago. But let's take a look at his text. Arknight's Enfield Gacha Operator Gacha. 80 out of 80 pulls equals 50-50. Okay, so when you reach 80 pulls, it's 50-50. I feel like already from the first line, as I'm reading this, it's not going to make a lot of sense. But we'll see. 120 pulls means that you will get 100% the rate-up character. The featured character. This pity does not carry over if you don't get the character before the banner ends. So let's say you you pulled 119 times in the banner, then it cycles out. Those pulls are gone, right? This one does carry over. This one does carry over. Oh, are we effing? We're back? Okay. All right. Hold up. Blocked you? I called him I think I basically called him a Woowa pick me. All right. That's about it. I forget exactly what happened. All right. We good? We good? We good? Chat say we good. Refresh. Refresh. Tesla. We good. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So starting from the top. Okay. When you hit 80 pulls in a single banner, you will get a 50-50. That means you might get a 6-star of like the rate up, the featured, or a different 6-star, right? It's 50-50. Once you get to 120 pulls, you'll get the actual 100% rate up character. And interestingly enough, this 50-50, thinking about it, you could get like the featured 6-star, and this one is also the featured 6-star. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Rednu, is that Obsidian? Yes. But this pity, this 120 pull pity, does not carry over if you don't get the character before the banner ends. It's, you do not carry this over. This carries over. The 80 carries over, but not the 120. Right? Not the 120. Every new banner, you'll get 5 pulls for free. That's interesting, but whatever. That's kind of like umamusume. After 30 pulls, you'll get 10 free pulls. These pulls will not count towards 120 pity. Interesting. Okay. But they'll count for the 50-50? After 60 pulls, you'll get 10 free pulls for the next banner. And I guess this does count towards the 120? Interesting. Alright. Interesting. Huh. So, wouldn't you need to do like I guess 130? Right? To get this. Just like these 10 free pulls aren't part of it. That is weirdly confusing. Okay. Got it. There will be 3 banners, each dived into 2.5 weeks per patch. Wow, 2.5 weeks? 2.5 week cycles? That's crazy. Wish that was Musume. Weapon gacha. 40 pulls equals the rate or non-rate up 6-star weapon. Okay. 80 pulls is the rate up weapon. So it's 100% guaranteed on 80. You can use origiometry to pull on this weapon batter. I don't know what that means. Arsenal tickets can be attained through operator banner, weekly tasks in endgame modes. I don't know what those are. Weapon banner will last longer. Okay. Weapon banner has milestones. At 100 pulls, you'll receive a non-rate up weapon selector. 180, you're guaranteed a featured rate up weapon. At 260, you receive another non-rate up weapon selector. What the who cares about this? This is lame. I mean, if you lose 50-50. Okay. So yeah, it is definitely kind of crazy. Still better than Uma. I do think this is better than Uma. I do think this is better than Uma because, I mean, you have pity, basically, right? You have pity less than 200 pulls. It's 120, right? Not saying much. Yeah, it's not really saying much. There's a lot of systems that are better than Uma. Like, you guys have to remember that Umamusume is, at this point, like a 4.5, 5-year-old game. It's about to turn 5, I believe, if not 4, right? So, it's not only a Japanese gacha game, it's also old, you know? How many money per pull? I don't know. But yeah, this is interesting. It's interesting. I mean, having a 50-50 is good. Is a step up from Umamusume. And also Fate Grand Order and other, like, older gacha games, right? And I believe, like, if you compare it to Genshin Impact, you're doing 10 less pulls. 20 less pulls, I guess, if you're counting this, right? This doesn't count towards 120 pity, but I guess it counts towards this. Does it? Right? And then you get 5 pulls for free. So I don't know. It sounds pretty nice. I don't think it sounds bad at all, personally. And when I compare it to something like Zenless Zone Zero, I think that is pretty good as well. This sounds a lot better in that, but it's different in that you do have to save for 120. You do have to save. Missed detail about the 50-50. Each feature character continues into the 2 following banners. When you lose the 50-50, you have a chance to get the featured character from 2 banners prior. 2 banners prior? Or like the future? It's weird. Absolute worst is games where you can gamble on upgrading a weapon, but it breaks if you fail, and you have to completely start over. Oh, you're talking about like Korean MMOs. Okay, so that's the gacha system. Overall, I mean, like, just from these details alone, which I don't know, there might be other details I'm missing. I think this is not bad. I think this is better than, like, let's say, I guess Zenless Zone Zero, right? That's like my easiest comparison. And by extension, Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, the other Honkai Star Rail. So far, that's what I'm thinking. But I might be missing some details. I don't know. Let's see.
For that factor. But before the pool income thing actually comes in, we can take a look at how this system works to better prepare yourselves going into R9's Enfield.
Oh, there's 65 soft pity too? That's pretty good.
That was like the first thing I said in the 43-minute video that I posted yesterday, right? But unfortunately...
Rednu, it's basically that the first limited character of the patch will get added into the next banner and so on and so on. Right. Okay. Interesting.
Essentially, at this point, no matter how many infographics, right, how many videos, how many like one-picture summaries that you have seen from my Twitter, we will always have classic examples of things like this. What is the point of making a gacha if we always need 120 pulls, right? It is 100% predatory AF because it encourages people to do single pulls or loose pulls. I ain't reading all that. All I know is that gacha will always be gacha. How they try to trick you into thinking it's better is why these games are successful. Blame the Chinese for introducing the 0.x rates. Yeah, no shit, your explanation.
Oh, the rates as well. What are the rates? Right? The 6-star rates. Hold on. Arknight's Enfield gacha rates. Gacha rates. What are the rates? Okay, I think this is accurate, right? 6-star, the most highest rarity is 0.8%. It is 0.8% for a 6-star. And then after you hit 65 pulls, right? Which I guess is boosted from what, the 15 pulls you'll get? 5% per pull stacks until 6-star. Plus 5% per pull stacks until 6-star. Oh shit, what? You get 5% more? What? That doesn't make any sense. What? This is multiplicative? Like, I don't even understand. Bro, this drama's insane. 0.8 is higher than Uma. Yeah, what is umamusume rates? I'm so cucked on umamusume. Like, umamusume gacha rates. What are the rates? It's 3% for an SSR. Or a 3-star. Well, that's not true then. I mean, that's just not true. Right? 0.75% for most. Oh, that's the rate of character. Guys, I don't think this is the rate of character. Is this the rate of character or is this like any 6-star? Like, that's any 6-star. Yeah. So, like, we're not... Fine motion is 0.75%. That's her and her alone. But for a 3-star character, it's 3%. Yeah. Yeah. Uma's better if you just want to hit, I guess. Right? Or just, like, not even just want to hit, but just, like, let's say other 3 stars are like some form of consolation, right? A consolation prize. Like that is better, right? So it's like 3.75%. No, it's 3% to get any 3-star, and let's say its fine motion is 0.75 out of that 3%. So I don't know how to exactly. Should we illustrate this? I don't know. This, right? This is 3%, right? And then like this is 0.75. This is fine motion, right? It's 0.75. But overall, it's 3% for a 3-star. Does that make sense? So yeah. The other 2.35% remaining, 2.25, you mean, is divided among all the 3 stars. Yes. Okay, so 3 stars have a higher chance to show up in Uma, unlike in pre-soft pity 6-star raids of Enfield. Yeah. Yeah. No wonder why spooks are common. Yeah. Because, so like, if this is 0.75, right, then this becomes, then to get something else, it's 2.25. Does that make sense? To get any other. Yeah. Pie graph not to scale. It's not. Okay. it's not. So, that's what that is. Okay. The rates to get any 3-star is pretty decent. But like, yeah, 0.8 is kind of crazy. 0.8 is kind of nuts. Definitely kind of nuts. What if I want the 2.25? You mean you want someone other than the rate up? Sure. I mean, like, but it's a total mix of like what you can get, right? The event pools don't last forever. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, that is different. What is like, I don't know, for a more modern gacha game, what is Wuthering Waves gacha rates? It's 0.8%? Oh, it's the same thing. For a 5-star item, it's the same thing. Okay, so these rates all kind of suck. 0.8 is low for the system they adopted. I mean, isn't all of them 0.8? Or is this not true? Oh, wait. Is it 1.5 according to Mobalytics? Original Ray and Arknight's OG is 2%. It's CN gacha rates? Yeah. Okay. Got it. I thought Uma rates were bad enough. Base chance for any 5-star servant being 1-star, 1%, but rate up banners often split that 1%, so the featured SSR has about 0.8% chance. Right. Okay. For FGO. Bro, I'm just wondering about for Chinese gacha. Like, for Wuthering Waves, right? Let's see. Is this it? Do I have to re-download fucking Wuthering Waves? Whatever. It's 0.8%. Search lads. I don't care about lads, though. Right? Okay. So that's basically it. Let's see here. Soft pity, 5-star guarantee. Nothing here. Oh, you get a bonus dupe at 240. 240 pulls is a bonus dupe. This carries over. That's so weird. It's definitely very confusing. You know? It's definitely very confusing. Okay, but anyway, that's the gacha.
Clears thing up for the normies. But does this excuse the predatory dog shit that they're pulling here? No. GTFO. The system is systematically predatory when you can try to play around it, but it won't change the fact that it is.
I mean,
it
true.
is not the same. This is one of my personal favorites, by the way. It is not the same. I frequently pull on banners I like to own, but don't care enough to guarantee. Now, this is particularly true when I'm on 50-50 because a carryover system allows you to front load luck.
Oh, this is like building pity, right?
Yep. You can front load luck and actively ensures more fun with the gacha system. And then we also have the classic add grok, what is the TLDR, and lastly, does not carry over, I'm out. So these are really some of the hundreds, if not, at this point, I think like close to 1,000 of sentiments we have seen, not from my personal space, from Twitter, from YouTube, from Discord, from everywhere, but there are a lot of people talking about this system, right? Which is why gacha warriors, you guys need to prepare right now on how to destroy your opponents when they dare to question against Art Knights, right? So first fallacy, ad hominem. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry, but the ad hominem, guys. Attacking the person making the argument rather than the argument itself. Now, this is a classic strategy that us gacha warriors need to employ, because if you do not employ this strategy, a lot of times your opponent will just simply continue making logical points for you. So don't say things like, Art Knight's gacha system is bad because I can't stop pulling before 120 pulls. Never ever say that. Instead, you should say something like this, right? Mr. Pokey is attempting to justify the Art Knight's Anvil system. It is clear he is the bigger shield, alright? Damn, the sponsorship must be pretty big. Corporate book leaking, as usual. Cock sucking, greedy devs, be like. Bro, got the bag. Grifting red. Laying red. Okay, this one is a really long post over here, so we're just gonna zoom in a little bit more. LL, he's actually playing the part of a communist dictator. Exceptional. This is genuinely how you look like. What a cuck. Newer generations never felt the need to plan. Holy fuck, shut the fuck up. It's a gacha. People will always move towards the ones with the better rates. Dumb ass CC.
I think that's cap. Saying like, oh, it's a gacha, people will always move towards the one with better rates. I don't think that's true. I don't really think that's true. I think like the biggest sort of example of this is do you guys remember Duet Night Abyss? If you guys remember Duet Night Abyss, that game was supposed to be a gacha game that's not a gacha game, right? And so like you can earn all the characters, you can grind it all out, right? Nobody fucking plays it though. DNA is on Steam now, is it? It's not. No one plays it anymore. You haven't seen Idolmaster and FGO yet? Yeah, people don't really go for just better rates. People, I mean, like, if we're talking about, like, let's say, Umamusume, the gacha is dog shit, but arguably the most people play it. Most people play Umamusume, right? Yeah. No, yeah. I mean...
Leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. So by employing this strategy called the ad hominem, you literally can ignore how the gacha system is like. You don't have to address whether it's 120 pulls, 80 pulls, 60 pulls, 1 pull, doesn't matter. All you have to do is to go ahead and attack the opposing council directly. Right? That is what gacha warriors must do, because at the end of the day, if you can disprove a person itself, it doesn't really matter what point they're trying to make. So hopefully you guys will learn this strategy for your gacha war next time. Now,
I will say, ad hominem, right? Ad hominem is attacking the person making the argument rather than the argument itself. That's like a very basic way to look at it. It really is just making it so, or like saying that an argument is invalid and the reasoning is that this person is whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? These people that are replying and saying these things, they're just insulting him. It's not necessarily like, oh, they want to participate. It assumes that these people want to participate in some sort of debate. Saying that they're doing ad hominem assumes that they want to participate in this sort of discourse in a sort of debate, right? Or that they are dismissing his argument. Some of them might be, but it's not just like, if you insult someone, it's not an ad hominem. You know what I mean? They are addressing his argument with an insult. They're just insulting him. Yeah, basically. An ad hominem attack or an ad hominem fallacy is saying your argument is wrong, and why is because, case in this example, you're a corporate bootlicker, right? They're saying the reason he's making the argument is because he's a bootlicker or whatever, which is saying that the argument is invalid. I can say that. I can see that for sure, right? But I also see it as raising like a different point, right? The other point that is being raised is that his justification, his defense of Arknights is financially incentivized, right? That's what I think. But yeah, I mean, there are going to be some people that are doing ad hominem and some people who are just insulting him.
Point they're trying to make. So hopefully you guys will learn this strategy for your gacha war next time. Now for the second strategy I can teach you guys today, it is going to be the strawman, right? The strawman. Misrepresenting someone's argument to make it easier to attack.
Yes.
Often at extreme lengths. So don't say things like, I see the pros and cons of the gacha system in Arknights Enfield after your explanation. Instead, you can employ this strategy, right? Where you can just say, oh, so what you're saying is Arknights is the best gacha system in the entire world, and everybody should be following this, right? So the key word to employ over here is...
That is a straw man.
So what you're saying, when that is literally not what the opponent's saying, but it doesn't matter to you as a gacha warrior, because it doesn't matter what they are trying to say. It's what you are trying to pretend they want to say, so you can then employ your own agendas against them. Now,
yeah, I don't think explaining a gacha system makes him a bootlicker.
This particular point, I would like to implore you a bonus secret mechanic that only elite gacha warriors will know, which is going to be right here. The ad hominem strawman quick swap technology. Now, this is like really quick level swap. 100 gacha warriors. Okay, you can combine two different fallacies into a single argument to make your point even stronger. So instead of saying, so what this guy's trying to say things like, so what this grifting red is trying to say. So for this particular point of view, not only have you destroyed their character, you have also destroyed the point they were trying to make, which they never in the first place, which will essentially consolidate your victory over them as the gacha warrior that you know. Right, so hopefully you can use this.
So, okay, really quick, right? This is like, absolutely, sure. It's an ad hominem strawman, whatever, right? It's just an insult. And it is trying to reframe his argument. But that's like, unfortunately, that's just what Twitter is, right? Because Twitter communication back and forth is so delayed, people are going to do this. It's absolutely like whatever he's saying, the ad hominem strawman. But it's just like no one's trying to actually debate or have discourse, right? It's they're just insulting him. Say Tota's called him that? Yeah.
That you know, right? So hopefully you can use this tip for your future gacha wars. So now we're gonna be moving on into the next tip, and that is going to be the false dilemma. Presenting only two choices when more exists. So don't say things that, I respect that you can enjoy multiple gacha games at a time, each having their unique pros and cons. Because newsflash, it's a gacha game. You play gacha games.
Double circle infinity.
You can have multiple choices. You can like both ramen and sushi at the same time. You can like both Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact at the same time, right? So
I feel like it's kind of hard. Yeah, you can like both games at the same time, but I feel like these games, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, these games are so at odds with each other because they are competing for like the #1 gacha spot, character RPG management simulator, right? In a lot of people's like minds. Does that make sense? Like they're all competing for that same slot. Like if you're a Wuthering Waves fan, you're just not as much of a Genshin Impact fan, even if you like Genshin Impact, right? There's just not that much. Like, yes, you could juggle all these gacha games if you're like a weird no-life gacha game player who just plays all the fucking gacha games there are. I mean, like, I don't know. If you have that much time, good, hats off to you. But it's just, most people don't have that time. Most people don't have that time to play every single gacha game and with the same amount of commitment, right? To Sniper. Yeah, Toho definitely has that time. But yeah, competing for time and budget. Yes, absolutely.
Instead of doing this, You really
And like the funny thing is, I guess the sort of like, oh, what about umamusume? Umamusume is different, I think, because I can skip days of play in umamusume. What do I miss out? I miss out on like 45 carats. I don't really care. I just, it's not going to make my characters any stronger, really. I mean, like, it could in terms of like I get enough more TP, but it's still like roguelike mechanics are going to determine what my character's strength is, right? And I don't want to burn myself out repeating careers ad nauseum, ad hominem ad nauseum, and again, just burn myself out. You know what I mean? Like, you can skip days, you can skip months in Umamusume. There's so much different gameplay that isn't designed around like end game clears or even CMs. Like, not everyone does CMs. A lot of people don't play CMs. You know what I mean? People play Umamusume very casually. Most people do, and I like that. I like that personally.
you wanna look
Sometimes it takes me 2 days to finish an Uma career. Yeah, and when Matt comes out, guess what? That's gonna take like 5 days. But you know what I mean? It's just like nobody really cares. But Rednu, that is when you are supposed to great grandparent farm for a triple circle affinity SMH. I mean, like, I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. Because like, even if I did do that, who am I gonna relate to? I'm gonna relate to the 0.000000001% of the player base that actually does that. No one does that. No, it's just like very little people play that much Umamusume. All right, it's just not a thing. Yeah, Matt will be crazy.
into the entire mindset of your opponent, turning them against themselves by pitting, oh, if you like Watering Waves, you must hate everything else. If you like a Genshin Impact, you must hate everything else. Because God forbid, if you ever have any other preference, you are a traitor, you are a red, and you don't deserve to be part of my community because you are a shield, etc., etc. And notice what I did there, right? Notice what I did there, class. I employed the false dilemma in tandem with the ad hominem once again. If they were to not play Watering Waves, they are automatically deemed as a red. If they were to love Genshin Impact, they will be automatically deemed as a shield, right? So combine these fluidly based on your needs so that you can be the best gacha warrior that ever would be, right? The hasty
Okay. We're about 11 minutes in. I've been reacting to this. It's just silly gacha war stuff, honestly. Like, it's whatever. I would be more interested in knowing like what Arknight's Enfield gacha actually is and hearing people talk about it, as opposed to be like, oh yeah, gacha Twitter is retarded. Like, yeah, I mean, we all know that. Anyway, we can move on. Top 100 G1 races of 2025, rating top 10. Japan Cup. What is 126? What is 126.25? Oh, is this like a point system, like voting? Is that what that is? Champion Stakes. I've not seen this. Breeders' Cup Classic. That was pretty good. I didn't see this one. Dubai Shima Classic? Is that low? What? That's crazy. Dubai Shima Classic was like one of the best races. Like, was really fucking good. Only JP that votes this? I guess so. The Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe? Yeah, fuck that race. Japan didn't win, so fuck it. Eclipse Stakes? I haven't seen it. Tenno Show Autumn was pretty cool. Prince of Wales Stakes? Arima Kinen, Satsuki Show, and Tattersall's. Tenno Show Autumn, that was Masquerade Ball too, right? So I watched, as far as the Japanese races go, I watched 3 of the top 10. I didn't really watch Satsuki Show that much, but I think it had Museum Mile, right? Yeah. These are the ones that happened. I don't know who votes for this. Satsuki Show has become the highest rated 3-year-old only race in the world in 2025. Ooh. 3-year-old only. right? Because of Triple Crown, right? Dude, I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna subscribe to Twitter Blue. At least I don't have any plans to, because fuck Elon Musk. But these fucking ads. There was this For You page. I got like a string of like 3 or 4 ads. How the fuck do you guys? Why the fuck are you guys using Twitter if you get like 3 or 4 ads in a fucking row? It's fucking crazy. Anyway, very cool. Japan Cup was sick, but I do think that Dubai Shima Classic deserves a little higher. Sassy is good to see first of the crowns to see up in Rising Horses. Yeah. You need ad block? I do have ad block. Oh, do I not have ad block? Oh. Refresh. Pog. Why was it disabled for Twitter? Weird. All right. What happened if you give a skateboard? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Happens if you give a skateboard and jetpack.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, we gotta play this game. Jet Set Radio Future, bro. Jet Set Radio Future. Okay, wait, what game is that? That's actually a different game, right? What game is that? Cyberfunk? Is that Cyberfunk? Tony Hawk, Bomb Rush, Cyberfunk. Okay, so I mean, how much is it? Can we set that up? Cyberfunk. Bomb Rush, Cyberfunk. $40? $40? All right, I'm gonna add it to my wish list. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Are the mods easy to install for this game? How do I add this to my wish list? Are the mods easy to install? $40, it's like 1/10 of an UMA. I know, that's crazy. It's just 10 pulls. Get it on sale, but the modding for this game is pretty sick. Yeah, okay. I'll put it on my wish list for now. $40 reduce. Wait for 90% sale. Yeah. Like, if SteamDB, Cyberfunk, Bomb Rush. Imagine saying that at the airport. Wow, 95% reviews. Price history. Oh, it's like 50%. Hey, we're due. We're due for a discount. Guys, we're gonna get a discount. For sure. It's coming up. Hell yeah. Alright. Sick. Lowest is $20. Yeah. We'll see what we can do. Easter egg, 2xKO. Holding special 1, special 2 when loading to match removes Caitlyn's hat. Oh shit! Oh, thank God. Like, the hat's so dumb. She doesn't want to fight. She just wanted to take off her hat. You know? Let's see. What is this one? Galleon? Gallio? Holy sh... Galleons are big ships. Psy Games. Holy. That is a woman. Bro! What the fuck? Holy! Why are her eyes closed? Damn! Oh my God. What the fuck? Is she a grappler? Oh my... Bro! What? You can't do that! You can't do that! What the fuck? Oh shit! Damn! What the... Holy! Hey, low key though, doesn't, like, could there be, like, a Gentle Donna mod for her? Like, I think the body fits. Holy shit! Wait, she's kind of sick. Damn! I want to grab him. You're cooking with that, right? Right? Damn. Oh, Super Creek? Yeah, you can do Super Creek too. Did she just sell that chick's face? She grabbed him with the cat. Damn, dude, she kisses the screen with her intros? Yeah. No, like... Oh my god. Wait, she's hot as hell, dude. What the fuck? Damn. God damn. Yeah, we need like Gentle Donna or Super Creek mod. Why do I think this is the Geo Archon in this woman farm? I mean, like, she's basically like a super earth bending fucking earthmancer. So yeah, that makes sense. Seabiscuit versus War Admiral. Damn, Seabiscuit talking shit. Love this game. Gold ship is already in there. What's this one? All the white heel? What is this?
Holy 58 stamina. I mean, I know I don't have any stamina sparks, but holy was it that low? If she breathes, she can sprint, yeah. Just hold your breath, like take one big deep breath, and then just do.
Wait. Squeeze, I think whenever I curse, we need to use way now. Because it's like TikTok. It's TikTok shit. Holy way. You can also just do Mambo or way.
Do the entire run like that. Kind of just use a small breather, yeah.
Or do we just stick with the Mambo? Chat, do we just stick with the Mambo?
It's fine. If she doesn't have enough stamina to spare, she can hopefully get some energy out of an extra tank or something like that. But she should be fine if she's running in her preferred position though. Otherwise, if she's like dying too much, she just has to calm down and be still for a bit. Yeah, she has to be relaxed and go with the flow as well. Otherwise, she might have to take a stroll home after school. She has a pure heart, she'll be right. If anything, she has the opposite of a pure heart. Have you seen her? You're not stopping? Yeah, you can't stop me. There's no stopping me. Boy, I hope that Karin-chan becomes victorious for Plancha. Hold.
Okay. Alright. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you, Shinaha. What is this one? Learn the alphabet with Rice Shower? Bro, this guy's just pumping them out. This guy's just pumping them out. I wonder how much he makes with, like, them being, like, 3-4 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Damn, dude. Alright, Rice Shower, let's see. Let's see it.
A is for... A is for... B is for...
She overloaded.
C is for D is for
Not domai.
is for
Daijoubu.
is for F is for
Right.
F is for G
She's
is for
cheerleading.
H
True.
I is for
Hazukashi. I have no furniture.
J is for K is for K is for
She's gonna bite them.
K is for L
Kaputo?
K is for
Kaputo. Oh, okay.
L is for M is for for M is for
モーニングコーヒー入れるよ。
N is for
人参ねんね、ライスもねんね。かわいいでしょ。何かお知らせがあるみたいだよ。
N is for
眠くない、眠くない。ライスは眠くない。
I think she's sleepy, guys.
O is for
おはようございます。
O is for
お願いします。にゃ、
P is for
Nya?
パンプキン。
She
か
says
ぼちゃのお
nya?
菓子。
P is for Q. Q is
We're never getting a Q.
R.
Q pause.
S is for
先輩
S is for
すごい。
T is for
楽し
T is
Trainer?
for
み。ただい
No.
U is for
ま。嬉しいな。
V is for
ヴァンパイアライスだぞ。
W is for
忘れないよ。
X is for Y is for
やった
Y is for
ー。よーし。今日もよろしくお願いします。
Z is for
ずっと待ってたんだ。お姉様、お兄様、生まれてきてくれてありがとう。
Oh. 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 Damn. Damn. Fuck. Okay. Well, that was good. That was enough diabetes. Very sweet, very cute. Umarete, how do you say it? Umarete kite kurete arigato. That's not even tanjoubi omedetou. That's umarete kite kurete arigato. Wow. Very cute. Very, very cute. Rednu, I have an Uma link. Oh, this one? What's this? Oh no, we saw this. Yeah, we saw this one.
We are unsure of its origin.
We saw this one. We saw this one.
It is your job to
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Unlucky and lucky me. I have a parent card and a new umamusume joined the roster. Now you can make a front runner or runaway. Did you know umamusume?
Did you know that in Umamusume, it has been pointed out to me that if you take Suzuka, turn her chibi, and then spin her around, you get a carrot. I hate this. Did you?
Yeah. Okay. All right. What else do we got? Arknight's Enfield Gotcha. We saw that. Okay. Is there anything like very interesting? My content is being stolen.
Hello everyone, this is going to be slightly different than what I usually do. I really am annoyed that I have to do this, but at this point, somebody has to talk about this.
Uh-huh.
So, this channel, Torena-chan. So, my issues that I have noticed about this channel is that it is, as you can clearly see, 99% chance to be fully AI generated by somebody, and just, yeah. I don't really care. I don't look at other content creators that do this type of stuff, and I usually just ignore it. But
I mean, his avatar is totally AI.
this video actually is slightly like pissing me off. This background, I searched it throughout the Japanese version of Umamusume, and I also looked it through multiple old videos to get a graph of this
Are you
video.
AI?
And
Yeah.
pretty much what it is that I made a video talking about the first year anniversary shop, and so I said, hey, you should start saving because you know, it is gonna be expensive.
How 14 hours ago?
For some people, and then you can clearly see by the views it did well.
Yeah.
Now this person, not out of nowhere, suddenly makes a video about the first year anniversary, and it's all rewards, and even then this video is, funnily enough, even false, which is crazy. But what they did is that they just took this background that I literally worked on for a while, and they not used it once, but they used it twice. So in my video, I separated like those 3 from each other so that I could talk about them individually, and then I put them together and sent it to my club. And then another person asked it, hey, can I, like somebody from my server asking me, hey, could you like put them together and like...
Okay, hold on. Let's just see what this is real quick. So his video here.
Hello everybody.
10
Today,
minutes.
I'm going to be sharing about game.
And I think there's
shop.
like, this is a Figma.
Since I'm
So he made this. Okay. Sure. And so I guess from that, right, you have trainer Torena-chan. No yapping and to the point umamusume ultimate guides. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen this guy. This one.
Umamusume first anniversary massive rewards. Umamusume is set to celebrate its first global anniversary, expected to begin around March 7th, 2026 and run for approximately 1.5 months. The celebration will be divided into 4 major phases.
Okay.
Phase 1 will receive a 10-day login bonus of 150 carats per day. 5 days. And money will allow exchanges for valuable gacha tickets, including 2 guaranteed SRR high consumption. Phase grants 3 total SRR support card, money, support crystal shard, carats, bundle. Paid players, the special shop.
So we're talking about the background. Look, okay. It's okay. This channel is definitely AI generated. It is absolutely AI slop. But that being said, it is providing a utility in that it provides this information very quickly, right? And it's not really your content when you're just going into the news, like, or like you're just covering the same topic. It's not like this is my content either, you know what I mean? Like me talking about the daily borrows changing from 3 to 5, it's not really like I don't have like a copyright on that or a reasonable expectation that nobody can report on the same thing, right? Other people can make this video, right? Other people can make this video. Other people can make this video, right? It's just anyone can make these videos. And like conversely with the first anniversary rewards, like anyone could make a video talking about it too, you know? So I just if we're just talking about like a background and they're covering the same news, I don't really think this is that big of a deal. I'm gonna be honest. It's not about the topic. The content wasn't really helpful. I viewed one of this channel's vids before I did. The content wasn't really helpful. I mean, that could be true. But like both those things can be true, right? Like this video, I wouldn't say this video stole from this video. But this channel could have shit content. Absolutely. You didn't finish the video. He made that graphic and he's upset that the AI YouTuber did not credit him for his graphic or using his content for inspiration. But I mean, like, I don't think I missed that point. Moment was pissed because trainer Torena stole the graph he made. It's about the graphic he made. They used something he made in the video. Right. Which is...
Put it together, just use it. So that, like, I could show to my people. And I was like, okay, sure. I'm going to even show you this. No, sorry, wrong thing. No, oh my god. This is, I don't really care, dude. So, this is how it is.
Yeah.
It was, hey, I think it would be nice if people actually viewed the videos because it will help. That is the only way to, like, support me. And
it would. And that's exactly why I don't make infographics like this, because they do just get shared and put everywhere else. And that's really like the truth of it.
way to like support me. And he said, hey, the video is long and slow and not easy to navigate. And I was like, okay, that's a fair point. So I put this together, and that person was like,
I mean, you also make guides on a website right for certain champion meetings. I also really appreciate your in-depth review. Yeah, that's true. Like, I just don't, I don't know. I feel like there's a, I mean, like, to be fair, RBX makes a lot of it, but I used to make most of the content, right? To be just absolutely fair. I just think that having a table is not like the most honest or the most apt comparison.
hey, I will post it on Reddit if you haven't. And I said, hey, link my channel and my video would be nice.
Yeah, like, don't post this shit on Reddit, dude. What the fuck?
And
this guy's just posting, like, oh, I'm gonna post it on Reddit for karma. It's just like, people on Reddit are not gonna click the video or the channel.
that's what they actually did it. They linked my channel and they also linked my video. Torena-chan saw this and just took my graph, and guess what? If we...
But, okay, he took the graph, or he took the table, but does he go over it? Or does he use it as anything other than a background? Like, I'm not trying to defend AI slop, I'm just... It's just like, it doesn't seem like a thing worth getting mad about. That's what I think. Like, call it AI slop, call his content shit. I probably am in agreement with it. But it's just the background. At the end... Oh, does he?
Race presentations. So, in conclusion, free-to-play players will get 1 SSR guaranteed support card gacha ticket, 17 trainee pools, 17 support card pools, free 120 gacha pools, 11,100 carats, which can be converted into another 74 pools, rainbow crystal shards, gold crystal shards, max LB SSR with Satono Diamond, and new SSR Team Sirius.
Is there a time step where he actually references the graph? Because it's just literally in the background and blurred.
Crystal shards.
Like, what my sort of criteria of this is like, if he just swapped the background, this video wouldn't be problematic. And this background is not in focus. It's not the main topic. It's not like, it would be inconsequential if he used this background or not. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So I just don't really understand what, like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not really like, it's not like people clicked this video and watched this entire video because of this graphic. You know what I mean? That's what I'm sort of applying here. People steal other people's content every time. Well, no, okay, look, I'm not for stealing. For sure I'm not. And like, but it depends, right? It's like, it's a matter of degree. Like, this is, sure, like, absolutely, this is stealing, but it's like it's such a minor thing. You know? We would still be having this discussion because the chart graphic is still ripped from someone. And also, the other thing too is whoever like this person is that edited it, because I don't think AI, you could just be like, oh, spit out a video of first anniversary massive rewards of Umamusume. I genuinely don't think that. I think this is an AI, this is a script read by an AI voice or whatever. And that's pretty much what this is, right? What was I trying to say? The graphic, like any other graphic could have been used and it would have been the same exact video. You know? Oh, the point I was trying to make, sorry, is that the person who received this graphic may not have known that it originated from this creator or this video. Because, like, first anniversary rewards, that's not like a novel topic. That's like literally we're on track to get these rewards, right? It's not really, I don't know. It's just not really, I don't think you could put like any sort of claim or copyright on this. This person or AI slop channel, let's use whatever words we want. I don't care. Like, yeah, they're AI slop. Might have received this graphic from other means. The problem with the channel is that they straight up rip their info from other channels without researching it themselves and often parrot misinformation, which makes it obviously stole it. Okay, yeah, but like both things can be true. Like, this could be a very minor thing to complain about, and this channel can be producing regularly misinformation and dog shit. Like, both things can be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, I mean, this guy fucking sucks and his videos suck, whatever, but like, both things can be true. Anyway, I don't really think there's anything else like I could really add to this. Like, it sucks that the graphics taken. I just don't see it as an integral piece of this, and I don't really see a reason to be that mad about it, personally. But this is Maron. Oh, this is Maron who submitted it. Or, oh, Momin? Never mind. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's hard to sympathize with it because, like, this graphic, it could have, first of all, been sourced from, like, I don't know. He has, like, a mod or a researcher or someone to just grab infographics here and there, or AI, whatever. I don't know. It just doesn't really, once it's out there in the internet, you know? You put a watermark. I don't know. Try that. But it was just an out of focus background image. I just, it's hard to be up in arms about that, personally. Anyway, moving on. Detailed documentary video of OGURI Cap includes childhood videos. This video is almost 2 hours. Bro, I'm not gonna watch 2-hour OGURI Cap. The complete legend. I'll link it to you guys if you guys want to watch it. Maybe you guys can have it in the background. I'm just like, it's not gonna be a good stream react for me. So you guys watch it, maybe like it. I don't know, but it's just not gonna be a good stream react for me. You see this, dude? Nothing against you. We get where you're coming from, but you gotta protect your work if you want to make sure it's claimed. Watermarks and notes. I mean, it's hard to make a watermark on that, on an infographic, but either way, yeah, sure, do that. But it was just a background image that was blurred. I just don't. It's such a nothing burger. Umamusume player tree of life? Oh. How to get to Umamusume step-by-step guide. Watch Cinderella Grey, play the game, start spending money on the game, back to the anime, watch IRL race, catch up to current race, play more Umamusume, somehow end up betting on a real horse. Repeat step 1 through 9. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. The Uma pipeline. Nope, that's the one I went down on. All right, guys, I kind of don't want to do too much reacts. I kind of want to play the game, but actually, let's watch this one really quick. Let's watch this one really quick from Sketchy. We'll do this, and then we'll go. Let's see.
Hello, viewer. Welcome to the sport of horse racing. Maybe you recently learned you have a racetrack in your area and want to go. Have a buddy/family member in horse racing, or learned about the sport because of cute anime girls. Whatever your reason, you want to go to the races. But maybe you have some questions. Maybe a lot of questions. And I'm gonna help answer some of them.
Okay.
In today's lesson in Horse Racing 101, we're gonna open up horse racing's esoteric dictionary and get on the same page. What is a colt? Filly? A derby? A lot of terms
I
in
think we
horse
know
racing
these.
aren't used in
Derby,
the
I
general
don't know.
lexicon.
Exactly.
And so are quite foreign to a lot of people. Today I seek to bridge that gap with
Should we watch the
25
Maybe
horse
video?
racing terms that'll make you look like an expert
yeah, we'll
in
watch the
no
Maybe
time.
video after
So
this.
get a leg up on your mounts and head to the starting
Watch the
gate
Maybe video
because
after
it's
this,
post
and then we're
time.
done.
Here are 25 horse racing terms you should know. Racing form / program. Before you can do anything at the track, you need to get your program or racing
Sketch
form.
has improved a lot on the edit. I think maybe someone else edited. I think one of my editors might have, but I might not be.
To follow the races. This is a small booklet that has the names of all the horses in each of the races that'll be run that day, as well as the horse's recent past performances. Other information could include their lifetime statistics, who owns, trains, and rides the horse, and their stats for different services and conditions. But every track elects to give a different amount of information in their programs. While they are a good starting point, they also will definitely cause you to raise more questions, especially with the abbreviations. So let's continue, and I'll try to answer as much as I can.
But there's a lot.
Foal / weanling / yearling.
Okay, we know
If we're
that.
going to talk horses,
It's a baby horse.
we're going to have to learn the age and gender terminology. A foal is a baby horse under the age of 1 year old.
Okay.
When they no longer drink milk from their mother at around 4 to 6 months, they become a weanling. At 1 year, they then become yearlings. Yearling is the most common age that race horses are sold at auction, and when they start the baby steps of their training. Now for when they reach racing age, depending on their sex, you might hear a few different terms. Colt / horse.
Yeah.
When looking at a thoroughbred profile, the letter C stands for colt.
Yes.
A male horse that still has its testicles and is under the age of 5. When they turn 5 in
Balls?
racing, they are then called a horse or a stallion.
Yep.
So yes, the name horse is also a sex marker. 2-year-old and 3-year-old colts will run in races only against their age group. 2-year-olds only race against 2-year-olds, and the same for 3-year-olds. But towards the end of a colt's 3-year-old year, those races fizzle out, and colts will transition to taking on older horses.
Okay.
Filly / mare. On the female side,
That's a female.
F stands for filly, a
Female
female
horse.
horse under the age of 5. When
Mini
they
hawk.
turn 5, they then become a mare. Most
Darth
fillies and mares
Vader.
run a race exclusive to their sex
I remember that
and
name.
age if they're still between the ages of 2 and 3, like with colts. But they
Right.
don't always stick to their sex. At all
Otherwise, they're a foal if they're before a year, and a yearling if they're 1 year, regardless of their sex. And then we have colt, horse, or filly mare.
levels, you can still see female horses compete against and also beat male horses. Gelding. If a horse has a G next to it, that is a gelding, or a male horse who has been castrated.
No balls.
Castration is usually done to help with temperament, and if
Oh,
the
no!
horse is not seen as a viable stud. Geldings are typically
Damn.
help with temperament,
You almost killed
and
him.
if the horse is not seen as a viable stud. Geldings are typically easier to manage, but because they have no stud future, are less valuable and have on average longer racing careers. The majority of lower level racehorses in American racing are geldings, but top level geldings still do occur regularly. When a gelding retires, they are also the most common candidates to be retrained for a second career away from the racetrack, known as off-track thoroughbreds. Castration can also be done for medical reasons, such as if a horse has an undescended testicle, which can cause discomfort in a horse. Called cryptorchidism, this also has its own gender classification in your program, the letter R for ridgeling.
What?
The owner can choose to remove both testicles, like in the
What'd
case
you
of
call me?
2003 Kentucky Derby winner Funnyside, or remove one to preserve the horse as a stud. This happened to famous super sire APND, who despite having only one testicle, had over 1,224 offspring.
Damn.
Bay.
Hey,
Let's go over
they didn't let one ball stop him.
some colors. The most common color of horse you're going to see is a bay. On a program, it'll show up as the letter B.
Busy testing.
Bays are brown in color with black points on the mane, tail, legs, and tips of their ears. Without black points, even a horse that looks like it is not a bay. They come in many shades, some so dark they may look black, but if you look closely and spot lighter parts, typically around the muzzle or flanks, it's a dark bay. On a program, a dark bay will be indicated by a DKB/BR. Chestnut. Second most common horse color, famous horses like Man of War and Secretariat got their nickname, Big Red, because of being chestnut. If you
Right.
see an orange or reddish-haired horse at a racetrack, it's more often than not a chestnut. On a program, it'll be abbreviated to CH. Some chestnuts can be darker in color. This is what we call a liver chestnut. If you are ever confused on if a horse is bay or chestnut, check if they do or don't have black points. On
Okay.
rare occasions, chestnuts can also have blonde hair, which is called a flaxen chestnut, and is one of my
Stay
personal
gold.
favorite colors. Gray. Abbreviated as GR/RO, gray horses are always born one color, but lose their pigment as they age.
Oguri
It'd be
Cup.
like if your hair went gray super young, and on your whole body. Gray is the loss of color in horses, not necessarily a color in itself. Horses that lose their hair color fast can be mistaken for white, which is an ultra-rare color. A white horse, like the famous Sodashi, has a solid pink nose and has had the same color since she was born, while a gray horse rarely has a uniform color as it's losing its color gradually, and even when they are solid, their nose and underskin are black instead of pink. Blinkers. Now that we've covered the horse, let's talk about what goes on the horse. What's that thing on his face? Those are blinkers, a mask that comes equipped with cups, the thing near the horse's eyes. These cups, varying in size, all serve to limit the horse's peripheral vision and force them to look straight, helping a horse focus. Many versions of the blinker exist depending on the habits of a horse.
They put blinkers on Cosmo Kuranda. This was Arima Kinen 2025, which is this just past year. Cosmo Kuranda was the how was the favorite? Cosmo Kuranda, bro, just give me the favorite. Full form. Cosmo Kuranda was the 12th favorite horse, and he got second place, messing up a lot of people's trifecta bets, which is like you bet 1, 2, and 3, right? Who goes first, second, third. And the reason why, according to a lot of people online that I saw on Twitter, Cosmo Kuranda had pretty good performance on Nakayama, but on this race in particular, they decided to put blinkers on him. They actually decided to outfit him with blinkers, and apparently the result was fantastic. That turned him on. Like that made him into a second place horse for the Arima Kinen, which is kind of crazy.
Regardless of how a blinker is done, the goal of a blinker is typically to correct bad habits and help a horse put more of their effort towards running straight. Ear muffs. Also called an ear hood, it's very similar looking to the blinker, but with two very major differences. The first is earmuffs don't have cups. The other is the titular ears.
Right.
On earmuffs, there's padding that wraps around the ears, reducing noise and helping keep the horse's anxiety down, especially when close to a lot of people in the paddock. Some horses race with earmuffs on, but others only wear them before the race and have them removed when they reach the starting gate. Most commonly, you can tell if earmuffs are temporary if they are solid red or blue. In replacement of earmuffs, some horses instead have cotton or other material stuffed inside their ear. All with the same purpose of reducing noise and the horse's anxiety. Shadow roll. A roll made of sheepskin that goes over the horse's nose, blocking out part of their vision, especially what's below them, preventing them from seeing shadows. This helps the horse focus and lessens the chance that a horse will jump their own shadow, a bad habit that occurs due to the horse's bad depth perception. The paddock. Next, it's time to go through the anatomy of running a horse race. Its important locations and individuals. Starting with the paddock, where the horses...
If you look at Narita Bryan's design, she has like this little, I guess, bandage on her nose. The reason why is because she's known for having a shadow roll. So yeah.
First appear. 10 to 20 minutes before a race, you can catch horses circling around a holding area that is ovular in shape. This is the paddock. This is a very important place to go if you want to observe how a horse is moving before they run, or how they look. Trainers also give their jockeys their final instructions before a race during this time. The time in the paddock ends with the call for riders up, where the jockeys then mount their horses and head to the track for the... Post parade / post time.
Okay.
After leaving the paddock, horses go to the track for the post parade. Horses parade in a line onto the track, but soon after will disperse, warming up for a few minutes before it is post time.
I heard he got used to seeing his shadow, but it was so iconic for the actual horse that they kept on for races. Really? I did not know that. Which explains, like, why it's part of Naruto Brand's design, though. For sure. Winning concert, welcome to the horse parade. Yeah, well, post parade. So I guess, like, them walking to the gate is, funny enough, called a parade. I guess because it's a march.
Time for horses to go to the starting gate to load and race. Every track has a countdown showing how many minutes to post are left, or MTP, on their tote board. Although most tracks drag a few minutes after 0.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to wait until you see the paddock before you bet. Because imagine you bet on someone and it's just like the horse is freaking out, you know? That's not a good sign.
More time for people to bet.
Yeah,
Lead
not post
pony-
as in after, post as in post time, as in like this is the posted time and this is when it starts.
/ outriders. But you might notice that most of these horses are not alone. In America, racehorses are led onto the track by a lead pony, a buddy, to help calm the nerves of the young horses and help guide them to
that's
where
so
they need to
cute.
be. This doesn't just include racing. Lead ponies help school the youngsters during training, and even seasoned horses can have a specific buddy lead pony they always go out to train with. Legends like American Pharoah and Seattle Slew were never too far away from their best friends, Smokey and Steamboat, the lead pony. Lead ponies can play a lot of roles, calming, controlling, and even disciplining a young horse by having an older horse show him or her the ropes. Lead ponies can be almost any breed of horse.
That guy's just all up in his
former
business.
Racehorses. Ironically, the one thing they can't be is an actual pony, which would be too small to do the job.
Okay.
Lead ponies are common in North America, but other countries do not use them and train their horses differently. So when international horses come to America, it is a common occurrence for them to elect not to parade with a pony.
Interesting.
Outriders are the other horse on the track that is not there to race. Instead, they are the police of the track during training and racing, playing the role of rule enforcer, and especially aid when things go wrong, catching a loose or out-of-control horse. At a moment's notice, if a horse gets loose, they will be the first to try and catch them. They are positioned across the track. A lead outrider also leads
that was
kind of
dangerous looking. Damn, dude. Holy shit.
They are positioned across the track. A lead outrider
Yo, Ray Vera, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you.
Also leads the initial post parade, with the lead ponies and their horses following behind. The lead outrider also leads the horses to the starting gate. The best way to tell the difference between an outrider and a lead pony is that outriders never accompany another horse, unless they have to wrangle them, and outriders wear bright red apparel, while lead ponies have a different uniform. Starting gate. The machine horses walk into or load and break out of before every race. It's intended to ensure a fair start for all participants,
I
but
feel like
nothing
that's
is a guarantee in
self-explanatory.
racing. Starting gates can be naturally anxiety-inducing because of how claustrophobic they are for horses.
Yeah.
So every horse is schooled in the starting gate before they ever race.
Yep.
One of many lessons a horse must learn to be a racehorse.
In
order to be allowed to race, a horse needs a gate card given by a starter, certifying the horse is able to be loaded and start properly from the starting gate. If a horse gets scratched for acting up in the
Saiyan Sky, funny enough, very great front runner. So you'd imagine, doesn't start late often, but Saiyan Sky does not like gates. Does not like starting gates. They make so many references to that in the season 1 anime. They make so many references to that in the game. Saiyan Sky just does not like gates.
Starting gate, or refuses to leave the starting gate, the horse may need to go through gate training again.
Science Suzuka legendary missed the classics because he freaked out the Yayoi show gate and went under the door. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Trying to sneak under the starting gate before the race. Ooh.
To be recertified before he or she is allowed to continue competing. If they fail retraining or have another incident, that horse could be banned. This is what happened to famous horses like Zippy Chippy in Australia's Chautauqua. Furlong. An eighth of a mile, 201 meters, 660 feet. Used to measure race courses.
Okay.
8 furlongs are in 1 mile. If you see an F next to a number, it stands for furlong. In America, most major racetracks are 1 mile, but some are longer or shorter. There are also colored poles laid across the track, each meant to measure a specific unit of distance.
Wow.
The green poles are furlong poles. You can map out how far horses have to go with these poles, but the most important to know is that the final red pole is the final quarter mile, and the last green pole is the final furlong. Backstretch, home stretch. When watching a race in person, the backstretch is the straightaway that is furthest away from you.
Yep.
Because many racetracks are 1 mile around, and races shorter than a mile are most common, a lot of races will start on the backstretch. Many tracks also stable their horses on the back.
And the home stretch is almost always going to be closer to the crowd.
Backstretch, so the term can also be used to refer to the stable.
Horses can get banned, that's sad. I mean, it's for their safety. If they're freaking out at the gate, remember we watched a video of one horse that crawled under the gate and basically started kicking the shit out of 2 other horses, their legs. It's not good. You don't want that. You don't want that to happen.
Stabling area. That, or more specifically, the backside. Meanwhile, the straightaway closest to you is the home stretch. This is the final part of the race, and when the action is at its most exciting. The longest home stretches in America tend to max at a quarter of a mile. But smaller racetracks that are less than a mile can have stretches as short as just 1 furlong, which changes the dynamics of a race and when the jockeys need to make their move. Clubhouse turn / far turn.
I don't know that.
On an ovular track, there are 2 turns. When a horse goes into the first turn, it may also be called the clubhouse turn, in reference to the fact that the clubhouse, the VIP area of a racetrack, is placed past the finish line and closer to the first turn of a race. Although this is not true of all tracks. After the first turn and going up the backstretch, the last turn of a race before they're in the home stretch is the far turn, because if you're standing at the finish line, it's furthest away from you. When they've rounded the far turn,
If you also want to know, like, for Japanese horse racing, I don't know if we're gonna cover it, but like, let's say you have like the oval track, right? The oval track. And this is the finish, right? And let's say this is the start. The race is gonna go like this, right? Now, the finish line, or the corners, right? How they name the corners, this is gonna be first, this is gonna be second, this is gonna be third and fourth. But what if they start like, I don't know, it's a shorter track, right? What if they start like over here and finish over here, right? What happens then? Is this like the first corner and the second corner? The answer is no. I'm pretty sure that this is still the third corner and the fourth corner. Like anytime it's the final corner, I'm pretty sure it's the fourth. Right? Every time it's the final corner, they will always refer to it as the fourth corner. So yeah, even though there's like no first and second corner in this track, right? It would still be referred to as the third and the fourth. Yeah.
That's left for a horse to do is run the home stretch. And now with all these terms, you're more than ready to start losing money. Let's go gambling.
The number placing is fixed. Not necessarily, no. It's not. It's like, if it went the other way, like, I don't know, if it's just like whatever is the last corner will always be the third and fourth. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, this is like not something that would happen. I don't know. It's hard to find an example, but that's just not, it's always going to be the third and fourth is like before the last.
Odds. The value of a racehorse. Odds determine how much you win if you bet on a horse and they win the race. For example, a 10-to-1 horse means you win $10 back for every $1 you bet.
Oh, yeah. In a left-handed track. So, like, this and over here. So, like, you go this way. This would still be the third and the fourth corner.
Not including the money you put on it. So if you bet
Or that's right-handed. Sorry.
$2 on a 10-to-1 shot, you get $20, but also the original $2 you bet. The value is based on how much total money is placed on the horse amongst all bettors. This is called the pool. The horse with the most money bet on him in
Wait, hold on. We gotta do this one. Hold up. I'm trying to become a professional horse bettor.
If you bet on a horse and they win the race. Racehorse. Odds determine how much you win if you bet on a horse and they win the race. For example, a 10-to-1 horse means you win $10 back for every $1 you bet.
Yes.
Not including the money you put on it.
Okay.
So if you bet $2 on a 10-to-1 shot, you get $20, but also the original $2 you bet.
Right.
The value is based on how much total money is placed on the horse amongst all bettors. This is called the pool. The horse with the most money bet on him in the pool is the favorite. More money bet, less you're going to win. Vice versa, the one with the least amount of money bet in the pool is the longest shot.
Dude, I want to see the win pool, man. I want to see the win pool because, like, sometimes you see horses that have, like, really bad odds, and I just want to know, like, okay, maybe someone bet on them, but how much did they bet? And how much are they going to win? You know? I want to see that.
Because it's based on the total money bet on the individual horse, odds change very frequently and can rise or drop in a matter of minutes or even seconds. Win, place, show.
Yep,
if you're betting for the first time,
win is first, place is first or second, show is first, second, or third.
This is the most straightforward bet to do. Bet a horse to win. If the horse wins, you win. Bet a horse to place. You win money if the horse finishes first or second, but it won't be as much money as if you had bet the horse only to win. And show is the same thing as place, except it's first, second, and third with the same loss of value.
So does that mean Haru Urara was the favorite when Yutaka Take rode her? I don't know. I don't think so. I probably would be very surprised to see if Haru Urara was a favorite to win, even if Yutaka Take was jockeying her.
If you bet to win, place, and show, it's called betting across the board. Exacta, box, trifecta, superfecta. Time to get more exotic. An exacta, trifecta, and superfecta are all bets where you bet on the exact order of a race. In exacta, you predict the two horses that will finish first and second. To win the bet, they must finish in that exact order. So even if your two horses finish 1-2, but in the incorrect order, you won't win anything.
Yep. BBFace Gamer, hey Rednu, have you drafted the new set yet in Arena? No. I'm not really interested in this set as much as I was for Avatar, but my brother did buy a box, and so I might play sealed with him.
Trifecta is first, second, and third, and for superfecta, it's first through fourth. If you box your exacta, you win money if your horse finishes top 2 in either order. But it costs more money because you're placing a bet on each individual outcome. Daily double, pick 3 to 6. Instead of picking just one horse to win, a daily double requires you to pick 2 winners in back-to-back races. Harder to do, but higher reward. You don't have to stop at 2. In America, that number increases all the way to pick 6, picking 6 correct winners in a row. But if you lose even one race, you lose the whole ticket. In some countries like Australia, you have the option to back out and take a smaller prize after winning, say, 3 in a row. And in Sweden, their V75 requires you to pick 7 winners in a row, but offers consolation prizes for picking 5 or 6 in a row.
The fuck?
The tote board. Slang for totalizer. You see that big thing in the infield with all those numbers? That's called the tote board. The board has a lot of information on it, but most commonly, to the left, it'll have the approximate odds of each horse, which will fluctuate as more money comes in, the number of minutes to post before the race starts, and when the race is over on the right side, the tote will flash the numbers of the top 4 finishers. It'll also have different signs for if there's a photo finish still going on and 2 horses need to be separated, or an inquiry. Those terms will be explained later on. When the results are official, it'll say so on the tote board, and it'll then display the payoffs. Totes can also have a giant TV screen in the middle to help watch the broadcast, making it easier to follow the race. And if you're not outside, most tracks also have multiple televisions laid around the entire facility. Length. Short for horse length, it's a unit of measurement used to show how far apart a horse is. If a horse is in front by a length, they are 1 full horse body ahead. 2 lengths means the margin is 2
25
horses
horse
lined
racing
up
terms you should know.
In the case of Secretariat, when he won by 31 lengths in the Belmont, that means he was 31 horses lined up back to back ahead of the closest horse. It's not an exact science, and measured through human eyes mostly. On the reverse, if a horse is leading by half a length, only half their body is in front. Other common margin differences besides length include a neck, a head, and most famously, a nose. Photo finish. A race so close that it requires a photograph to separate the two. There are multiple cameras pinned on the exact position of the finish line to separate any close finishes in a race. There's also a mirror on the finish line to make it possible for a horse on the inside rail, possibly obscured by the main camera, to still be seen and placed accurately. But sometimes even a photo is not enough, and if two horses cannot be separated, it is declared a dead heat, a tie.
Wow.
If two horses dead heat for first, the prize money for first and second place is combined and split in two among the participants, and same applies for other placings. On ultra-rare occasions, a triple dead heat, a three-way tie, has occurred. And that's just the tip of this iceberg. There are many more terms in horse racing to explore, but I thought these were some of the most important, and for an introductory video...
Damn, he's got a Punisher mask on, bro.
It was already getting a bit long. If you have other horse racing terms or questions, please put them in the comment section below. I already have 25 more terms ready to discuss in a part 2, but I'll gladly make as many installments as necessary to help make horse racing more digestible. For now, I've been Nathan of Sketchy the Horse Guy, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hell yeah. Good shit. Yo, that was a great video. Hell yeah. Give that video a like. Subscribe to Sketchy if you haven't already. Guys, the GOAT. Really cool real horse racing YouTuber. Okay, so we're good on that. And now we gotta watch the MyBee video. And I'm probably gonna nuke the reacts. I'm gonna nuke the reacts. But where's the MyBee video? Where is the MyBee video? I see it. Okay. I see it. Okay, but before that, I need to take a piss. I'll be right back.
A is for B is for C is for D is for D is for E is for E is for F is for G is for G is for H is for H is for H is for I is for J is for K is for L is for M is for M is for
Mambo.
N is for
Never give up da.
O is for
Mochi.
P is for
ピンポンパンポンポン。お知らせがありますよ。
Q. Q is R is for
Let it go.
S is for
世界平和。
T is for
タンタンタンほほほい。トロトロトロロ。
U is for
うーむ。
V is for
ベリーデリシャス。
W is for
うわ
X is for
せーの。えい。
Y is for
やらやらです。
Y is for
やったやったやったったイエーイ
Z is for
ザブザブゆらゆらお祭りマンボウ
A is for B is for
パンパカパパ
C is for
チャチャチャっと
D is for
誰か助けて
D is for
ダメですって
E is for E is for F is for G is for G is for H is for H is for H is for I is for J is for K is for L is for
All right. I'm here.
M
I'm here. All right. Nani kana? All right. The champion horse. Here we go. The champion horse and his unheralded jockey. I'm gonna eat my little snack here while we watch. This is like a 40-minute video, so strap in. It's gonna be good. Mybee's videos are typically very, very good. EN Twitter just dropped. First borrow. What? Chat, what are the odds Rednu crashes out today? I mean, we're watching this first, real quick. But the Ian Uma Twitter is just Suzuka main story, right? Okay. All right. We'll do that. We'll have to make a day for that for sure. Okay. The champion horse and his unheralded jockey. Let's take a look.
外から13番香港の技が伸びてきた外から香港の技が伸びてきたミッキーロケット頑張っているミッキーロケット頑張っている
2018 Takaratsuka Kinin, a horse named Mickey Rocket won the race. Winning this race is a rare honor, and most of the times in the victory speech, the winning jockey will take the chance to thank their team and speak about hope for the future. But to this jockey, his speech was a little different. The one he chose to thank was a horse aside from Mickey Rocket. For many people who just got into the sport, they will find this scene somewhat odd. From a purely race standpoint, the horse he was thanking for had nothing to do with the race. This horse had passed away. His offspring were not competing. His name is destined to fade away from the race course. And yet, from another perspective, that horse was inseparably bounded to this very moment.
17年非常に
17 years? That's a throwback, bro. That is a throwback.
The story began in 1997. A small, unremarkable colt entered the auction. At the time, there was nothing special about the sale. His pedigree was unfashionable. Expectations were low. When the hammer fell, there was no bidding war at all. If there was one detail worth mentioning, his birthday was the same day as Symboli Rodolphe. Of course, countless horses are born on that same day. This coincidence means
I feel like a lot of horses are like bred. There's like a mating season. And so you see a lot of horses with birthdays ranging mostly from January to April. And not a lot of other months besides that.
Absolute nothing in theory. But 2 years later, people will look back at this moment when this horse, TM Opera, was purchased. That said, Opera O's early career was nothing worth mentioning. He made his debut and finished second. After that, an injury was found. Followed with a long layoff, he returned to finish fourth. It wasn't until his third attempt that he finally managed to win his debut. The result made the team believe this horse might be capable of picking up some small prize money, but nothing more. Since there was nothing special about TM Opera at the time, let's turn the attention to the special group of people behind him. Opera was first dismissed by many, but his owner Takezono noticed him a long time ago. At the time, Takezono had just become a horse owner. It was not known why he found this horse so charming, but knowing the future, he was incredibly lucky. After purchasing Opela'o, he entrusted the horse to a childhood friend of him, trainer Iwamoto. These two men had grown up together and were close friends when they were small. After middle school, Takezono continued his education, while Iwamoto left their hometown for work. Over time, they lost contact entirely.
Really?
Yet years later, by pure coincidence, Takezono happened to see a familiar face on TV. His old friend had become a jockey. Not only did he look so cool on TV, he even won the Japanese derby.
Damn.
That image stayed with him that he thought, wow, I want to become a horse owner now. But what's more, he wanted to meet his old friend again. Remarkably, that is exactly what happened. When the two reunited, even though 20 years had passed, they recognized each other immediately on the racetrack. From that day forward, one became the owner because he was inspired by the other, and that the other had become a trainer who took care of the horses from Takezono. And in between this bond, there was another crucial member, a newly licensed jockey, Wada Ryuji. Together, an owner who entered the sport simply because he thought riding a horse was cool, a trainer who happened to be his childhood friend, and a rookie rider fresh out of school. It was this ragtag of a team who was about to shock the sport in a way that's never seen before. Because the team failed to recognize the sheer potential of him, Opela'o did not register for the first leg of the Triple Crown Satsukisho. But it was during this time he began to reveal his ability, went on to have a series of impressive wins. Takezono still did not fully grasp what kind of horse Opela'o was, showing no intention of entering the Satsukisho. Trainer Iwamoto, however, strongly disagreed. If it was narrow wins, that would be one thing. But in the Mainis High, Opela'o won a dominant 4-length victory.
How do you not like freak out? How do you not freak out from this like crazy win? How do you not have like like at least like obviously knowing the future, it's not a delusion. But how do you not be like delusional and be like, oh my god, they can wait, my horse can win. My horse is goated. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like such a crazy confident win.
Iwamoto would even go so far as to pay the entry fee just to see the horse compete in the classic. And the entry fee was not cheap at all. Comparing to 30k for the initial entry, the supplemental fee was 2 million yen, almost 70 times more expensive. Some might be wondering, they did not register before. How are they able to join the race now? That's because ever since Ugly Cap, a newly reformed system for supplemental entry was introduced. And it was at this moment, when the team could not make up their mind, Ugly Cap's trainer offered his full support to have TM Opera register through the new system. A system that would not have existed without Ugly Cap.
True.
That horse
Cinderella Grey
is really strong. Is it going to enter the classic? You can still register with the new supplemental system. Not often do you see a horse win like that. I highly recommend you consider registering. It will be really fun to have Opera in the classic.
True.
To offer support to a horse that was not under his management was a personal wish that others would not repeat the regret of Ugly Cap. At that very moment, one legend's regret turned into the birth of another legend. TM Opera began his opening act of his operatic performance. 1999, the classic season. At the time, the narrative was a battle between the big two. Admire Vega with the elite pedigree pairing up with the renowned Taki Yutaka. Narita Top Road, a horse who really just tried his best. His hard work defeated Admire Vega in a close race. Public support split between the two, and during the race, Admire Vega suddenly lost momentum. Naturally, the crowd prepared to witness Narita Top Road to claim the first crown. As the victory was within the reach of hand, the Overlord stepped onto the stage.
Holy shit, bro. Wow, he just stole that shit.
This win was purely impressive on stats.
He just
Nakayama
stole
has
it.
a relatively short home straight, creating a disadvantage for end closer that rely on closing speed from the far behind. What's more, just before the finish line lies a steep climb. This single feature had denied countless talent who was fast but lacking in power. And yet under these conditions, All-Pro delivered a performance that left the crowd stunned when he was not even an end closer by nature. In fact, during the race, the team wanted him to stay in the mid-pack, but unfortunately the situation did not happen. This was a race that showcased the distinct feature of his pedigree. However, to not bore most of you, I will leave his pedigree analysis in the description for the people who are interested. After the victory, the structure of the 1999 Classic season became clear. They will be seen as they were seen as the top 3, and their rivalry would continue into the Derby. This rivalry was not merely a clash between horses, it was equally a battle among the jockeys. You see, both Narita Top Road and TM All were ridden by young, up-and-coming riders. For Ryuji, he just became the youngest Satsuki Show jockey at the beginning of his career. If there was ever youth at its peak, this was it. Standing across him was Take Yutaka, the undisputed champion of the era. Veteran. The younger generation who carry ambition, set to challenge the pinnacle.
The old guard.
In the Derby, both young jockeys gave everything they had. Opilao struck first, Top Road followed. They wanted to show the world they were ready to welcome the new age.
Or is Take Yutaka still young, considered young at that point?
Then, Take Yutaka remained calm and collective. The reason there was such a narrative among the jockey was because Admire Vega was in a disappointing losing streak. The public confidence began to waver. They were creating a narrative for what they saw as an inevitable loss for Admire Vega. But under pressure, Yutaka rode him with such composure. He saw the other two were fighting and trying to control the pace. As the other two horses engaged in their duel, Admire Vega surged through and claimed the victory by a neck. Behind Take Yutaka stood 2 young men, both lost in regret over their naivety. But Wada Ryuji's mistake was far from over. At the Kyoto Daishoten, he fixated too heavily on Special Week and once again suffered defeat. Then came the Kikasho, the final leg of the Triple Crown. This time, haunted by the Derby, Wada was overly cautious on Admire Vega, resulting in him losing track of Top Road that delayed his move for far too long. In the OVA, this race is portrayed as a Narita Top Road's moment of glory. But for Ryuji, it became his nightmare. The most regretful race in my life. A race he should never lost. The team would then make another controversial decision. After completing the grueling 3,000 meter of the Kikasho, they chose to enter Opilao in a 3600 stay-in championship. Simply because Wada Ryuji had won this race before. The result was yet another second place finish.
Yikes.
TN Opera is a Triple Crown caliber horse. The fact those words came from the very man who trained Symboli Rudolph speaks to the quality of a horse Opera was, and also a harsh critique toward Wada Ryuji. Owner Takezono, who had been suppressing his frustration for months, finally exploded. He demanded that Wada to be replaced immediately. Wada himself had already prepared for this outcome, but when faced with such demand, Trainer Iwamoto said, "If you insist on changing the jockey, then please transfer every horse with you." What was seen as a natural request completely caught Takezono off guard, but behind Iwamoto's stubborn resolve lies a series of painful stories. As mentioned earlier, Iwamoto chose to enter the workforce right after middle school and eventually became a jockey. But from a middle school dropout to a derby jockey, the story behind it was far more complicated. First, the reason Iwamoto left school for work was because his father passed away early when he was still in elementary school. With 3 younger siblings, he was forced to grow up early to help out his mother. And through sheer coincidence, he one day came across with horse racing. That was when the idea of being a jockey first took hold. But for someone who had never ridden a horse, who had no connections whatsoever, the path of becoming a jockey was almost impossible. Iwamoto refused to give up his dream. He chose to do it the hard way, studying, building relation with others. After 7 full years of preparation, he finally became a jockey. But the world of jockeys was far more cruel than he imagined. If a jockey failed to deliver a result, he will be immediately replaced without hesitation. From a complete outsider who knew nothing to a jockey who rode in the derby, the 20 years between those 2 points were filled with hardship that only Iwamoto himself could truly understand. And now as a trainer, he wanted to not just train the horses, but also the new blood of the industry. Many decision makers focus solely on short-term gain without ever considering the long-term cycle for the industry. This is something many other industries also suffer. So Iwamoto made a vow to raise this rookie into someone who could stand on his own. We don't really know what was the reaction from Takezono when facing such unwavering resolve, but one thing we do know, from that moment on, Takezono never again brought up the idea of replacing jockey, and this would become a decision that would define all of their own destiny. But Opera O's 3-year-old season still did not end.
That's like, oh my god, I don't know, it's just really cool. That is cinema, absolute cinema.
Perhaps it was unwillingness to let the year conclude like this.
That he would stick up for him, you know? Especially like, I don't know, maybe it comes later, but like, Ryuji Wada has a lot of criticism towards him, especially for these years. Because I believe he suffered penalty from like using the crop too much for TM Opera O, right? So that's like one thing. I'm curious if that comes after.
It was the overwhelming number of fan votes. The team decided to run in the Alimakine that had never been part of the plan. But after a 3,600 meter race, who had that strength for the Grand Prix? Especially when the top 2 favorite of the race had completely dominated all the senior G1 this year.
Damn.
Grass Wonder, Special Week. There is level to the game, and they were the highest level of competition
golden generation
had faced up against. When history looks back on this race, it is often remembered as a 4-centimeter duel between Grass Wonder and Special Week. Yet right behind them was a horse who, over the span of 2 months, had ran an unbelievable 9,100 meters. Despite clearly lacking stamina, he still finished only a neck behind. That performance alone was enough to spark the anticipation for the future. And yet, no one could have imagined the kind of impact this horse would unleash in the following year.
That pose is so
carrying both
so
expectations and pressure. Wada Ryuji and TM Opera entered the final year of the 20th century. At the Kyoto Kinen, Wada made a noticeable change. He no longer fixated on other horses, not out of arrogance, but because he understood. Opera O's greatest opponent was himself. He cut out all unnecessary moves, just riding on the back of the horse without further instruction. And if you watch Opera O's race closely, you will notice how rarely Wada even used the whip. This drew mockery from others. Even my grandmother could win riding Opera O, but Wada knew better, even if...
I don't know why that's so funny. Bro. Damn. Okay, shit.
Getting laughed at, he could not betray the trust of the team. After the Alimakine, owner Takezono.
Yo, Maddie, what up, Gundam? What up, Ray? Maddie, hello, welcome in. We're watching cinema. We're watching not Ryuji Wada, but I guess kind of TM Opera O's lore video, pretty much. Not raid. Oh my god, that would have been bad. Shout out, Maddie. Kaylin Hype, did you play 2XKO? What are you playing? You were playing Wuthering Waves? Well, we gotta play 2XKO later. We gotta play 2XKO. I'll definitely be able to play later tonight for sure. The servers have been down. Yeah. They're just I think they just got off. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up and let you know. But thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Hope your stream went well. TM Opera O has one of the coolest names of all Umas. Oh, absolutely. Sick. I had to go to bed early on weekdays. Oh, damn. This weekend? Okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Let's start this.
Approach him with a joke. Next year, don't lose a single race. If it is a demand, it would be utterly unreasonable. It was a joke. But at least in their first race, they finally delivered the victory they had been waiting for. Then came a second win. The third, his first true challenge came at the mid-race Grand Prix, Takarazuka Kine, when he once again faced up Grass Wonder, the horse that beat him the year before. But honestly, at the time, Grass Wonder had turned into a pig. The anticipated showdown, honestly...
Yeah, Grass Wonder ate a lot. Grass Wonder ate a lot. Grass Wonder was considered overweight. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Fat Wonder.
At the time, Grass Wonder had turned into a pig. The anticipated showdown never truly happened. The winner was unsurprisingly TM Opera O, yet not without suspense.
Meisho Dodo? Damn. Holy, so close.
A horse made his first ever G1 and pushed Opera O to a neck. Meisho Doto. Others began to say, if Opera retired, Doto might be able to take over the sport. The statement is technically not wrong, but people did not understand at the time what was the true meaning of this second place. Back on Opera O, his win streak continued. 4 wins, 5 wins, charging forward with unstoppable momentum. Opera O arrived at the Tenno show as the favorite, and yet the odds were the highest he had faced all season because everyone knew Tenno show Autumn carried a curse. For 12 years, no matter how legendary the horse was, any runner who entered the race as the top favorite would always lose.
Really?
Symboli Rodolphe, Mejiro McQueen, Tokai Teo, OGURI Cap, Silent Suzuka, Narita Bryan. One iconic name after another had fallen before this invisible curse. Whisper grew louder. If Opera O is going to lose, it will be here.
Nope. Not even close.
As if to laugh at the people's lingering fantasy of he could lose, TM Opera O shattered the curse, Meisho Doto second. If the invisible opponent cannot beat him, what about the challenge from the younger generation? What about the challenge from the world? At the Japan Cup, challengers led by Fantastic Light, Rising Star led by Air Shakar, line up behind Opera O, but the outcome was still unquestionable.
He blew that curse up. Wow.
Opera first, Doto second, 6 wins, 7 wins. Something strange was going on. As a new prize record was held, people began to realize this horse had not lost a single race.
Not this year.
To first understand the impact of this feat, one must understand the Japanese G1 setting. In Japan, all G1 races deliberately separate in all different distance and course settings. With the limited 5 senior class G1 races, Tenno Show Spring and Autumn, Takarazuka Kine, Japan Cup, Arima Kine, all different setting, all different distance. This limited and harsh G1 environment creates highly competitive scene. before Opera.
What's the difference between Triple Crown and Senior Triple Crown? Triple Crown, you can only sort of tackle and attempt once in your life. Senior, I think you could do multiple times, right, chat? But Triple Crown is only when you're 3 years old. Only when you're 3 years old. So it's like a once in a lifetime chance.
Overall, no single horse was able to conquer all major race courses, and at this moment, TM overall had done it. From sunshine to rain, from left-handed to right-handed, from 2000 to 3000, from Kyoto to Hanshin, from Tokyo to Nakayama. He was not just great, he was flawless, perfect. The words once spoken as a joke. Next year, don't lose a single race was within reach. Just one step remained, an undefeated Grand Slam. Under an atmosphere never seen before, the 20th century approached its final climax. The race
conqueror
against fate. Ali Makine.
Oh,
the race began. Because the horses expected to rush forward had a late beginning. A slow pace compressed the field into a tight mass. Under pressure from every direction, Oplao was forced to sit deep in the pack. Given his brilliance throughout the year, heavy marking was inevitable. But this time, it was far more intense than ever. Yes, it was only natural for him to be the target for everyone. The invincible overlord had become the common enemy. This was no longer 16 horses racing for victory. This was 1 against 15. Every challenger shared the same unspoken objective. The era of TM Opera must end today. As the race getting closer and closer to the final stage, no, long before that, the race had already descended into despair for Wadaryuji. Opera was completely boxed at the rear. No room, no path, no opening. This was, without question, the most hopeless moment Wada had ever experienced. No matter how many times he tried, what he was going to do, Oplao's defeat seems inevitable. Everyone believed it. Even Wada himself accepted it. Everyone except TM Opera. Only he understood that after this race, the world would call him by another name. The Overlord of the Century's End.
What a badass name, bro. What a badass name. It's crazy. How, dude? How? How, man? It's crazy.
Wada sat frozen in disbelief at the moment. 1 against 15? So what? The role was vanished. So what? Any challenger who dared to oppose him was simply dusted. Their desperate resistance reduced to little more than a footnote. All year, all ground, all distance, all challengers, no rival. The conclusion of a century, the embodiment of perfection, the century and overlord.
So crazy too, because Meisho was so close. Meisho Dodo was so fucking close, dude.
Decades later, when Wadaryuji looked back on that year, his voices was not filled with pride, but reflection, as if happiness and melancholy existed in equal parts. The happiness was obvious. Beyond the historical achievement of a Grand Slam, Wada himself also got married. But at the same time, he carried an immense pressure. Perhaps he knew, deep down, No matter how beautiful a moment is, it will eventually come to an end. 2001 marked the opening of a new era. Compared to Opera, who ruled over the sport for so long, people began paying closer attention to the newcomers, and for good reason. This year's classic generation was unusually strong. The prodigy Agnes Takion, the Derby winner Jungle Pocket, the Kikasho horse Manhattan Cafe.
Very interesting artwork choice. Damn,
It became clear that these 3-year-olds were about to write a new chapter in history. What's more, Opera lost. Perhaps he had not been receiving enough training. Perhaps it was simply the beginning of a season. As fans, we always try to find reasons when a beloved horse is defeated. People forgot he could lose. Later in the Tenno show, in even faster time, Opera first, Doto second, but their finishing cake had clearly declined. He had ruled over the sport
Oh yeah, longer furlongs. Okay.
For so long that people finally began to realize he has aged. He's no longer the invincible horse they knew before. Why was he still on course? The answer lies in the amount of victory he just claimed. G1 7 win. After 16 long years, there was finally a horse standing close enough to challenge him, Symboli Rudolph. 16 years before, Symboli Rudolph stood as the peak of the sport. Back when Iwamoto was a jockey, he has raced against Rudolph. No matter how thoroughly that horse was studied, no matter how brilliant the opposition, Rudolph simply dismantled their challenge effortlessly. Even as an opponent, that presence of the Emperor lived vividly in his head. Now only one more victory, they would break the wall of the Emperor. The team marched toward the Takalatsuka Kine. A year ago, on this same place, Doto has his first G1 challenge and finished a good second place. To the camp, it was a result that's more than satisfying. But afterwards, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, Opela first, Doto second, the repeated result drove them to despair. I never want Doto to run against TM Opera ever again, said by the jockey of Doto. This half-joke, half-complaint spoke to the immense frustration from the team and also the unquestionable dominance of TM Opera. But this time, things were different. As the line came closer and closer, Opera could not find a way through. And the one who was blocking him was exactly the jockey of Symboli Rudolph, Yukio Okabe, sealed off their chance to surpass the Emperor.
怒涛の執念が通じるのか、怒涛の執念がここで通じるのか、ステイゴールド、そして外からエアシャカール、ようやく来たテイエムオペラを来た、ようやく来たテイエムオペラを、しかし名将怒涛一矢を報いるか、ついに夢の一矢を報いるか、怒涛か、オペラ王か、怒涛だ。
Finally.
After crossing the line, Meisho Doto walked freely in the stage belonged to the winner. After a year of endurance, the silver collector finally saw the dream come true. For owner Matsumoto-san, this Takalatsuka Kinen was his first G1 victory of his 28-year ownership career. Wow. It was here he first saw hope. Here he fulfilled a lifetime ambition. And here he earned the last G1 victory. But what about overall? This defeat was not merely the result of decline. He had been completely figured out. The brilliance of that Narimakine was his greatest highlight and his greatest weakness. He was now fully read through and countered. This was a sign things were about to get worse. In the Kyoto Daishoten, Opera lost the duel to the 7-year-old State Gold, though he still managed to win after disqualification. Watariuji knew 2001 was no longer a year where he could do nothing and still win.
Dude, that scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck, dude. That guy ate shit.
Though he still managed to win after disqualification, Watariuji knew 2001 was no longer a year where he could do nothing and still win. In the time Opera needed him the most, he wanted to help out. It's just, now they had arrived. Tenno Show Autumn. The top 3 favorite
Yeah,
were familiar.
Stay gold break check someone. That's crazy. Oh my god. Did it? I mean, like, NTR was fine after that, right? Yeah, that was Narita Top Road. And Stay Gold. They called Stay Gold the terrorist of the track for a reason. No, he was injured? Oh, damn. Really? After a year, NTR raced again? Needed like months of recovery? That sucks. Yeah. That fucking sucks. And the jockey were injured? Oof. That's crazy that Stay Gold is an umamusume. That's insane.
Names Opero, Meisho Doto, and Stay Gold. Behind them, however, stood an unusual challenger, Agnes Digital, primarily a third horse. In fact, his entry had some controversy, as he took the slot that could have gone to Kurofune.
Right.
The fans were upset. Why should a third horse run in such a prestigious race? But Agnes Digital was prepared to take down the Overlord. On a muddy track, TM Opera broke out of the pack. As the crowd braced itself for the victory, Agnes Digital came storming from the outside.
Damn.
The heavy ground favored Opera with a more power-driven speed, but he ultimately failed to best a horse who literally could run in any condition.
The all-rounder.
If this race still had a factor of strategy, then at the Japan Cup, he was defeated head-on without tricks. Anyone who watched the anime movie would note, this is the race that shouts, the new era is here. For the door to
Beginning
open
of a
for
new
the
era.
future, the door of the past.
Watch the movie!
Must be utterly shut. At the turn of the century, no one could resist the reign of the Overlord. To place TM Opera among the greatest would not be an exaggeration, but even the greatest monarch must one day grow old. Even the greatest sun must one day set. The next race would be his final race, Arimakine. If there is
he's
a
locked in. Look at him. Look at him. He's just staring at it. He's locked in, bro.
Single race that can define Opero's entire career, it is the Arimakine. He was here, he lost in regret because of mismanagement. He was here, he showcased absolute dominance. And this Arima was his final chance to surpass the Emperor. Before the race, Wadaliuji said, I've received so much from Opero. This time, I want to give something back and help him out. From the very beginning of Opero's career, this young jockey had always been—
This guy's a kid. He's 18 years old, but he's like, holy shit, dude.
There, riding him race after race. Now he was willing to give everything to make a miracle happen.
He's 19 maybe, actually.
But miracle is called miracle for a reason. For it to happen once is already a luxury. As the race went on, they could only watch as the younger generation passing by. He was the overlord of the old century. There was no longer room for those who belonged to yesterday. 2001, Arimakine. TM Opera left his beloved stage. Opero gave me everything, and I could not repay him. I want to become a great jockey one day, one that is acknowledged by this horse. Wada Ryuji, the inexperienced rookie who met his once-in-a-lifetime horse at youth, and TM Opero, the horse that helped him step into the peak of his career. Remove either one of them, this story would never be complete. But when he was riding Opero for the final time, he sensed that Opero was shaking. Was he scared? Did he know this was his last time with him? What he couldn't do at youth, he wanted to be a jockey that this horse would be proud of. When I win another G1, I will go back and see him. This was the promise he made at Opelao's retirement.
Damn!
Little did he know, this promise would take his entire career to fulfill. Before continuing, let's first look at TM Opera's character design.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That he could not win another G1 with any other horse except Opera O. Until Mickey fight? Mickey Rocket? Wow.
Design in the game. Someone who's overwhelmingly proud, almost narcissistic. At first glance, everything about her is exaggerated, but the real horse was the opposite of this. TM Opera was a calm and gentle horse in real life, so why was he designed this way? When you look closely, the game gives you many hints that his personality is part of a role he plays for the world. In the OVA, when Opera stands before a mirror, the reflection is not the dazzling, radiant star everyone knows.
What the fuck? What? Bro, nah, this is just... Nah, they just made the mistake, bro. Nah, they just made a mistake, bro. That's not... Nah. Damn, really? What?
But her in a simple school uniform, plain and ordinary. Yet she would never show the vulnerable side of her to the others. She chose to radiate light and inspire people around her. When Narita Top Road begins to doubt herself in the show, when she loses her direction and confidence, she asks Opera, "Opilao, you are always so confident. It's amazing. Don't you ever have time when you feel lost or frustrated at the limit of your ability?" Certainly not, because before me,
果てなく伸びる覇王への道がある。ならば当然行くしかないさ。君には行くべき道が見えていないのかな、トップロードさん。
After TM Opera retired, 1 year had passed. 5 years, 10 years. The blade of time will spare none of us. That spirited boy who once with reckless faith had become a seasoned jockey, steady, silent. The glory of the past faded away. What's left was one single vow he was still trying to fulfill: win a G1. 17 years passed in the blink of an eye in the 2018 Takaratsukine.
Can you imagine that, bro? He wins his first G1 at 18 years old. And it takes nearly his entire lifetime to win another one. That's insane. Like, if you put that into perspective, that's fucking crazy. It takes another lifetime to win another one. It's crazy, man.
1 month after TM Opera just passed away, we witnessed what happened at the beginning of the video.
Career time, not lifetime. 17 years. So his entire life, right? He was 18 years old when he won his first G1, and it takes him nearly double that. That's what I mean. It's his total, his initial, like, lifetime. The time he spent on the earth at the time before, or when he won the G1. You would have to... Damn. Oh. They know.
あの最強馬と言われたセイエムオペラ王で2001年天皇賞春を制して以来17年ぶり和田龍二が G1 を制しました。ミッキーロケットです。
Wow.
まあこの一戦にかける思いですね。
He's like, I'm double my age now,
オペラ王
bro.
が後押ししてくれたと思います。
Oh.
17年、非常に長い年月だったと思いますが、
まあさすがにちょっと長すぎたんでね。まあ 勝ってオペラ王に報告したかったんですけど、まあでもやっとね胸張っていきたいと思います。
I won't see him until I win a G1. Oh, fuck, man. That's good. That's good. Oh, fuck. Cinema. Absolute cinema. Very good video. Very, very good video. It's done. It's over. Damn. Mybe did it again. Mybe did it again. Crazy. I'ma spam that. You guys gotta like it. If you guys enjoyed it, like it. And subscribe to this guy. He never misses. Bro never misses. It's pretty good. Damn it, Rednu, why did you have to activate the feels? Don't blame me. Blame Mybe. Get him! Fuck Mybe up! Oh my god, dude. That was great. That was a really good video. I mean, it's crazy, the story that they have, the legacy, you know? That's so insane that it took him 17 years, bro. 17? That's crazy, man. Oh man. Just crazy. Anyway, I always pronounce his name maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's how you say it. I don't know. It says MHYB. I would think it's Mybe. But yeah, what an amazing story. Yeah. I remember watching Pyrex's video on it too, and I really appreciated the detail from him as well. I believe what wasn't mentioned was like the not a DQ, but I think Ryuji Wada, he has like a certain, or at least at the time, hot-headedness because he's very young, right? And I believe he did use the crop a lot in at least a couple races, and he got penalized for it, right? But the fact that Ryuji Wada was so indebted to the horse and felt like that, and how much respect he had for TM Opera O during and past his life is very cool. Is very cool. I think he was just reprimanded. Got it. For closing, can we watch him visiting Dodo? You want to see this Wada Dodo? I think there's a short of it, no? Oh. There should be a YouTube short of this.
和田隆二のありがとうございました。さあ、いよいよ来ました。この放牧場には
So, this is the horse I used to beat on the track all the fucking time.
御年27歳、名将ドドさんがおります。
名将ドド。Right? And so...
名将ドド早くも2番手から
名将ドド。
出過ぎたかな。
Ryuji Wada. Visiting Meisho Dodo.
あ、来た来た来た来た。
Here he comes.
気づいてくれましたね。
Look what's up.
はいはい。見てください。
He's like, thanks for the carrot, bitch.
顔が若々しい。ドトさん、お久しぶりですよ、ドトさん。
It's been a while.
まあ、あんまり僕、ドトに触れ合ったことはないんですけど。
He does not want to see him, dude.
ここで幸せな余生を、まあ守護馬としてもね活躍したんですけども、もう引退してノーザンレイクさんで余生を過ごしております。27歳すごいですよね。でもね、今また
Hey, give me more.
今また
You got more, right?
結構噛みつくらしいです、トトさん。うん、もうちょっといる。もうちょっといる。
I think the joke is that Meisho Dodo that smells TM Opera on him, but like associates Wada with TM Opera O. And like there used to be their team used to talk shit about TM Opera O, or not talk shit, but just like, oh, I don't want Meisho Dodo to race against TM Opera O. I don't want to race against TM Opera O because he keeps beating Dodo, you know? So yeah, it's pretty funny.
皆さんの支援を受けてますので。
It's pretty funny how he's kind of giving him the cold shoulder and just
また会員
taking
さん
the
の
carrots
方は
and
見に来れる
running.
みたいなんですけどね。
Opera was his good racing buddy, and Wada's a dreaded Opera O. He got depressed when hearing the name TM Opera O. Yeah.
なんですかね、もう尊敬、リスペクトを。馬は僕を嫌い。もう僕の中ではもう、なんですかね、もう尊敬、リスペクトを。馬は僕を嫌いかもしれないけど。力強いですね。本当にまだまだ元気に。
So funny.
競走馬時代を彷彿とさせる生命力と。
You came here only that few carrots?
力強さが残ってるんで。まあ本当にいい環境でこうして過ごさせてもらってるみたいなんで元気いっぱいです。これからも頑張ってほしいと思います。
No more carrots.
どうぞまたね。
TM Opera O. Wow. 7 G1s.
.ありがとうございました。
7 G1s has to be a record, right? I mean, it's basically simply Rudolph's record. And I think it would be beaten by... I don't know if it's... I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure, like, Almond Eye will be the one to beat it. Yeah? Okay.
大和テキサス、そしてその間に成田トップロードが続いてアメリカンボスも外から上がりました。
Now it's 9
シークレットはなんと後方から3番手、第3コーナー回っていきました。
Deep Impact also has 7G1s?
番によ
Got
うや
it.
くホットシークレットが並んで600切りました。3番手早めに動いたのは成田の
It's cool that they got Almond Eye.
3番手から先頭に押し出される勢いです。アメリカンボスと外から大和テキサスが一気に2番手集団に進出。そして大阪からは名称王道が上がってきて4コーナーカーブ。そしてテイムオペラ王は馬群の中に突っ込んでいる。先頭はわずかに今度は大和テキサスが抜けている。大和テキサス先頭で内からはアメリカンボス、そしてようやく外から名称王道、そしてもう一度外から各馬追い込んでくるがアメリカンボス大外からぐいぐいとキングヘイローが追い込んできた。間からテイエムオペラ王が一気に突き抜けるか。名称王道ドドと並んでゴールイン。名称怒涛かテイエムオペラ王か。
Damn. What does it say? I don't know what this is. I guess achieving? No, I don't know. I know this is dream, but it says arigato at the end. Ah, man. Good shit. Yo, cinema. Very good. Kanji 07. Thank you for your dreams and emotions. Oh, kanji? Oh, kanji. Oh, like actual kanji. Right? Kando? Not kanji. Okay. Got it. Meisho Dodo. This is Meisho Dodo's record. And basically, if you want to see Meisho Dodo's record, second place, who did he lose to? TM Opera O. Second place, 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 TM Opera O. 5 times. 5 times against TM Opera O. Machikane? But yeah. Damn. All right. Well, that was a great video. That was a great video. Let's play some games. All right. Boom. Done with these. Oh, I do need a game Torah. And then start that. Go live. Make it public. Okay. All right. There you go. 2 hours until league. No. Gameplay? Nah. I can't wait until we get the Orfev documentary. All right. Oh, wow. Reacts. I wanted to do only 1 hour of reacts. It ended up being 2 hours. Or 3 hours. Oh, well. I think we can nuke the reacts, though. And just, like, I don't know. We might tone down the reacts. We might tone it down. But that was a great video. That was an amazing video. Alright, the reacts are nuked. They're nuked. Alright, are we good? We all here? 3 hours of react. Yup. Yup. Alright. Is today the day, chat? Is today the day? Today is the day, which is the day of the days that we achieve today. Is it? No? What the fuck? Today is maybe the day. The day we finally do it. We finally do it, chat. Right here, right now. In-game news? Is there anything new? How to make a glue factory? Fuck you, okay? We're gonna get it. We're gonna finally make it. Right now. It ends right now. We should do a should you poll. We should do a should you poll. Farming sprint parent. Why not run the potential Uma? Who? Who? Narita Taishin? Because I've already ran Narita Taishin, bro. I don't want to keep running the same ones, man. They're boring. Who? Have you selected Open League? No! Fuck you, no, I opened the Graded League, bro. If you don't make it on the first borrow play league deal. You guys really want me to play league, huh? I say that, but then everyone's gonna say, no! No! No, no league, no! 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 I actually started playing mid again. Wait, am I down a game? Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. Fuck, I'm down a game. But it's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. Alright? This is my fault. Cassio, I did some really dumb shit on this game. But I decided to play mid again. Look at this. MVP. MVP. Bro, how do you get 90? I got 95 with Sivir. How the fuck do you get 90 here? I got 12, 2, and 6, bro. How the fuck do I get 90? 12, 2, and 6. MVP. 81. MVP. Whatever this is. 5th? Okay, so I'm like the second best player on my team. Right? Ace. Best player on my losing team. MVP. Ace. Okay. We're gonna play mid. I don't know. I say that, but like last game was really tilting. Last game I played, like this one, was so tilting. I was so far ahead, but we still lost because my ADC just kept dying in fights, and we had a Tebow. We had a Tebow that was split pushing. So yeah, Mord mid win? No. No. It's not my fault. It's not! It literally isn't. It literally isn't, bro. Are you gonna do viewer polls? Okay, guys. I'll probably have to add this. Look, okay, really quick. Real talk. Real talk. Right? You got 2 YouTube streams active? Oh, whoops.